You know I love you lots, right? Of course I do! Love you lots too!
Good morn... Aspen! Good morn, Miho, to you.
Hello there. May I ask why you're sleeping on the floor?
Hi, Papaya! How are we all doing today? Happy Sapphic Sunday and a happy second day into November. Almost the second month like an idiot. How are we all doing? It is Sapphic Sunday once again. And also the first Sapphic Sunday of November and after Spooky Month. So, I thought, you know, why not? Why not? I forgot to grab something real quick. I've got to pin a message in chat because I'm an idiot. Whoopsie, I'm dumb. Give me a second to go grab links. Lol. Check it out. On Steam. Now! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I need to pin that real quick. I am dumb. I forgot. Anyways. As I was saying before I got distracted by the fact that I didn't pin the message. We are here. It is. God damn it, phone. Be right back. Fuck. Where's my Mac? Get the timing. Anyways, I'm Mac. The goddamn telephone's ringing in my ear. It's right beside me at all times. As I was saying again, we're back. It is Sapphic Sunday, and it's been over a month since I first checked out / played this game. I initially played the demo / first chapter of this game. In September, back in September, during the Fall in Love Visual Novel Festival, and I thought, why not? Since the lovely and talented solarProtag and creator of this game gave me a Steam key to the game a while back in September. I was like, you know, why not? I really enjoyed the demo. And I thought, why not check out the rest of the game and see what it's about and see how it is. And I'm excited. I'm also going to double check the settings for audio. Oh, we're good. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Put the ambience. Yeah, just tweak it a little bit. Don't quit the game. Why not play some more of this amazing story? I really enjoyed it, the first chapter / demo. Back in September, and I thought, well, no point putting the Steam key to waste, and let's check it out. Again, a big thank you to solarProtag for the Steam key for this game, over a month ago, and they're also, as of this live stream, they're also the person who drew my current Twitch profile picture, which is adorable. It is, of course, of my Magic Girl outfit, which I got. The design was by Verity. I've apparently been mispronouncing the whole time because I'm dyslexic. Thought it's Silverity. It's Verity. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways. But yeah. We're gonna start off from where we left off. We left off at the very end of chapter 1 because that was, again, the end of the demo, which is whole of chapter 1, and we're on chapter 2 now, and I am excited to see what it has in store for us. Hydrate, and let's hit continue, and load up our save. That is the end of chapter 1. This is the start of chapter 2. Miss Lebedev? Lebedev? Oh, this Aiden is... Who's Aiden? I don't remember who it is. I don't know who Aiden is! We'll have to figure out who everyone is in a minute. But we are... not... forget me not. Not Desiree, if that's... I remember that's her name. We are someone else at the moment. I watch as forget me not that... I can't read English words, fuck me. I watch as forget me not vanishes into the night. I hear the concerned voice of Detective O'Malley coming from behind me. Turning around, I see them hopping across the rooftops as fast as they can, keeping surprisingly good balance. What voice did I give him again? I forgot what voice I gave Mr. Detective O'Malley. It has been over a month. Miss LaBrava! Miss LaBrava? Miss Lebedev! I can't fucking... Who the fuck is LaBrava? Oh, that's from My Hero Academia. Oh my god! Oh no! Also, hi, Akini. Sorry, I forgot to say hi. Hi, Akini. How are you doing? And oh no, your phone! Not the mobile lagging so much. Sorry. I got distracted by the phone ringing. I've got to say hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely Sapphic Sunday so far. We are just about to start. We are just starting chapter 2 of Forget Me Not. I'm excited. Okay, I'd said that a lot already, but still. Miss Lebedev. Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? No, not at all. Yeah, that's good. And the jewel is safe and sound as well, see? I delicately hold up the black swan that hangs about my neck to the detective, confirming to them that it remains in perfect condition. Ah, yes. The jewel! Right. That's what I'm chasing after. That's what I'm chasing after. No. Yes. Anyway, I imagine you've had quite enough of being up here. They take some time to catch their breath, then hold out their hand, offering it to me. Let's get off these rooftops and head back to the museum. Hello, phone. What do you want? I see. What's my phone room? What's my phone number for? I see. That's what it is. I see. It sure is over. It sure is over. I'm spooked. Sorry. My phone my phone vibrated. What's this for? Oh, it's a repost. It's a retweet. It's a repost from solarProtag. Spooping them with the stream. Lamau. Anyway. Get spooped. Let's get off this rooftop and head back to the museum. Of course. I got port of them, and we make our way down to the streets below. Again, I need a better reading. The streets below, walking back to the museum with careful yet hasty steps. I need to find an accent for her. Chapter 2. Irina. Welcome to the Museum of Art and History. May 14th, 11:35 p.m. I'm trying to find an accent for her. I'm trying to find a voice for her, because I'm shit at figuring things out on the spot, because I'm shit. No, no. Re-entering the museum, I see the state of the disarray it was left in by forget-me-nots trick. The fans and vents are running wild due to the thief's hijacking, blowing air all around the room. This is not the accent I was looking for, anyways. Along with the countless feathers scattering all about the floor, many of which land in my colleagues who are brushing them off themselves. It's quite a mess in here, isn't it? You could say that again. That thief really did a number this time. It's gonna take hours to clean everything up at this rate. Again. Again? You don't want to know. Trust me. Inena! Inina's back! The detective and... That's French. That's French, whoopsies. How to do this? The detective and I look at where the outburst came from, and we see a small group of my fellow dancers running towards us. Others around the room, others around the hall, see the commotion and join in, despite being in the middle of our on-the-scene interrogation. Inina's safe! Inina's safe! Are you ready, Rena? I'm sorry I worried everyone so much. But I'm back now. Not me putting my hand on my fucking cheek, like she's doing. As I said, not me fucking physically acting. Where? I'm a theater kid. If you can't tell. As everyone's huddled around me, I letting out their pent-up worry. I see someone else running towards me from this east side wall with even more vigor. Inca! My uncle, looking pale and shaken, wraps his arm around me in the biggest hug he's ever given me. I wrap mine around him in return, being just as happy to see him as he is to see me. You have no idea how worried I was about you. This is French again. Fuck. God damn it. I keep being French. Fuck. Are you what? Did the thief do anything to you? No. He's alright, uncle. Are you alright though? You look absolutely pale. I thought I was going to faint. This is again the weird accent I do. Anyways, a moment you're next to me. And as soon as the feathers are out, we're gone. I was this close to knocking some sense into that young man for putting you through this before you walked in. I look at where my uncle is pointing, only to find Mr. Lichtenson sulking in the corner, where we stood before the heist. Amidst our joyous reunion, Detective O'Malley clears his throat and addresses us directly. I don't mean to interrupt, but I'd like Miss Lebev to come with us to the precinct for some questioning. Uncle turns around to Detective. His face of glee quickly changing to a stern glare. She has been through so much already, and yet you ask her to go to the precinct immediately. I know, and I deeply apologize, but we do need your niece's statement. I can read English words fine. Don't worry, I can speak normally. Aiden O'Malley, can talk normally. Don't worry about it. She's come the closest to the thief out of everyone so far. So, we'd like any information she can give us. Is that alright, Miss Lebev? Miss Lebedev? I can't read words. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, ma'am. I'm really bad with names. I can't get your name correct. I'm sorry. Miss Lebedev. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Not meant at all. Don't mind Tito. Budinka! Don't worry, Uncle. I'll be fine. I had to channel my inner... Fuck, what was her name again? From Ace Attorney? Fuck, I forgot her name. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out who the fuck I'm not even thinking about. Phoenix. Right? Though. Oh no. Whip. Whip. Ah. Francesca von Karma. I like how. Face right. Whip. Ah, yes. Here's Francesca von Karma. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 8 pieces of Francesca von Karma. Search the word whip and you find Van Karma. Even though she's French. And not the accent I'm looking for, but still. Oh well. Anyways. I go see the thing now. Goodbye. Abby, goodbye. I look back at the detective after consoling my uncle. Would it be alright if my uncle came along? I think we'd feel much better at ease if the two of us were together. Oh no, I don't mind. We just need to ask. We need to ask for his testimony as well. So, that's for us. That's perfect. Thank you. Satisfied with the agreement, Detective O'Malley makes their way to Chief Harrison, most likely to relay that information to him. Meanwhile, I bring my attention back to Uncle, who is looking less pale than before. Is this right, Uncle? I suppose that it is. However, are you going to be alright? I imagine you're absolutely exhausted after tonight. A little. But no worries. I can handle an hour or so of giving my testimony to the detective. And then we can return to the hotel with everyone else in peace. Uncle simply shakes his head, clearly still worried about my well-being as he straightens his back. I'm just gonna go with this accent. I can't be bothered to figure out the other accent. My brain is fucking shit. I'm gonna do this accent instead. Fuck, goddammit. My hands are, anyways. My hands are, anyways. I'm cringing at myself. Goddammit. Very enough. Just don't push yourself too hard, Inka. Uncle begins to walk towards the detective and chief, who are talking about the case in detail to one another. Before I join them, I turn back around to the others who are directed back into giving testimony by the officers in the hall. I'll be back soon, everyone. I'll hold down the fort for you, Inka. See you at the hotel. That's everything that happened later, alright? Of course. Take care. After waving a goodbye to everyone, I start walking over to Uncle and the rest, who have been waiting for me this entire time. My apologies for the wait. Shall we get going? Ha ha! Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's make tracks. Let's make tracks back to the precinct. My apologies, but we'll be using a patrol car to drive back to the station. It might be a bit cramped in the back. Not to worry. We can manage. Very well. Let's head out before it gets even later. I imagine he doesn't click his... I imagine he doesn't snap his fingers like I just did. Let's get going. I don't know if you can hear it. You might snap my fingers. You can. Get going. As our group starts to make our way out... Make out? Hey, yo! Make our way out of the museum. My fatigue starts to catch up to me. Hoping to calm my nerves, I slide my fingers onto my right ring finger. I stop in place when I feel oddly bare. Oh no. Which is my ring? It was right here. Did I drop it somewhere or... I started to panic, looking around the hall feverishly, and try to catch a glimpse of shining under the light of my chance. In the midst of my panicking, I heard Uncle calling me. Inga, is everything alright? Ah, yes, Uncle. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I only had it with me. Oh, I hope I didn't lose it. I think my guess is that it's Desiree has it by accident. My guess is that the mysterious thief forget me not accidentally snatched the ring while she was carrying her across the rooftops and such. And when they caught her from falling, that's my guess. And my guess is that Desiree has it, and then they're gonna meet up. And like, is your ring? Desiree says, in full civilian clothing. That's my guess. That's my guess. Let's find out. We find out. What's my guess now? I thought to take my mind off it, catching up with the others outside in the parking lot. My guess. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep in sync, everyone. Despite how eccentric the previous night was, the next day goes on like any other. Getting up, eating breakfast together, going over our schedules for the day, and then practicing our schemes to maintain the level of polish that's expected of us. But in the middle of the afternoon practice, I suddenly feel a wave of exhaustion hit me as we walked through the scenes of the lake. Everyone suddenly freezes and looks at me, all clearly shocked by my loud and invasive yawn. Our instructor, on the other hand, lets out an audible sigh as he turns off the music. Irina, are you alright? This is the third time you've yawned at this scene alone, and they're getting worse. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it back next time. You said the same thing a few days ago. I feel my face burning a bright red, making me avert my gaze from her. However, Brianna, placing her hand on my shoulder with a gentle nod, speaks up. Hey, Teach, maybe we should take a break? We're all kind of tired because of that night at the museum. Everyone in the room nods in agreement. Some even let out their own yawns. They've also been trying to hold in. And the instructor goes silent as she thinks it to herself. Very well. Possum, hi! Hi, Possum. Hope you're having a safe trip soon. TM, not sure if when exactly what your trip is, but I know you. Have you a safe trip? Flying across the ocean. Wild. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous you get to meet my favorite little guy. I'm not jealous at all. What do you mean? I'm not jealous that you can meet with the little guy. What do you mean? That's not me. Not me at all. I'm not jealous. No. Not at all. What the fuck? We're a fucking Zeppelin. Fucking steering a goddamn aircraft. Wild. But Waka, hi Possum, we're playing Yuri. As usual, it's playing Yuri game. It's Yuri time. It's just the fret me not. Excited? Yeah. Very well. Everyone, take about 20 minutes to wake up yourselves up. Once you're all good, we'll start right from the top of the scene 12. Yes, ma'am. There's one person yawning. Have fun, Yuri. Headed off. Okay, goodbye, Possum. Have safe fly on airport. Bye-bye. Thanks, some bye. I'm waving you in real life. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. And you, everyone around me splits into their own little groups, eager to take advantage of the rig. Some find places to sit and relax, while others grab their bags to pull up sacks they've been saving for a moment like this. Before she joins the others, I go to Brianna. Brianna, thank you for that. Hey, think nothing of it. Now, go get yourself a coffee or something. Otherwise, we're gonna be dancing to Sleeping Beauty instead. Very funny. Mira runs off to the other wall and makes herself comfortable on one of the vacant seats. Just as I'm about to find my own seat, my spot to relax, I find someone tapping my shoulder. Turning around, I see Damien, who looks quite eager to have my attention. Ah, hello, Damien. Is something the matter? No, not at all. I just came to check up on you. Thank you for the concern, but you don't need to worry. But you don't need to worry. I used that already the first time. Whoopsies. Fuck me in the arse, Jesus. I'm just a little sleepy, that's all. Yeah, and the interrogation took longer than it was supposed to. Not surprised to see you absolutely drained after that. Even more so than usual. I'm caught off guard by his surprising blunt remark. Do I seem tired, Emily? Damien looks as surprised as at my response, if not more so. Okay, that came out wrong. What I mean was... No, wait. What did I mean? As he starts to stammer, his face gets redder than from embarrassment, and a dirty small chuckle. It's alright. I know what you mean. I know you mean well. Hearing me say that must have lifted the heaviest weight imaginable off his shoulders. I let out an incredible sigh of relief. Sorry. Damien! The somewhat awkward air between us is interrupted by someone calling from the left side of the room. We both turn and leaned against the mirror. And leaning against the mirror is Magdalena herself. Irina, is he being too pushy again? No, he's fine. She looks like she wants to lecture me again. Maybe it'd be best to go to her sooner rather than later. Soaking her shoulders a bit, he makes his way over to Magda, who looks more than ready to give him an earful. Sweet, I'll give him that. As everyone makes themselves at home, I'm finally able to take some time to myself. Maybe Brianna was right. Our coffee could help. There should be some left in the lounge. Magda. Look around with the cursor. Let's go check out what Magda, and Damien are doing. Let's eavesdrop on the earful he's getting. I look back to where Magda and Damien are standing, as Magda starts giving the poor man another lecture. Damien Emil Petrov, when will you learn to think before you speak? I'm getting better. Kinda. Even here, I can hear the deep sigh he's let out. Kinda getting better isn't gonna help get rid of those rumors that have been circling about you. You know those aren't true at all. I know, but they don't. Which is why you have to put in the effort to make sure you don't say anything that could be used against you. She gives him a little pat on the head. A small pat on the head, complemented by a peck on the lips. Which is also why I'm working my butt off to help get things back to normal before the trip ends. A brief moment. Brief moment. They give each other a soft smile, followed by Magda tugging at his cheek with her hand. Understand? Yes, Magda. That's good. Now go sit down before practice starts up again, okay? Having his cheek, now that it's free from Magda's grasp, Damien makes his way to the opposite corner to find himself placed to sit on the benches. Afterwards, Magda lets out a huge sigh, releasing the tension in his shoulders and leaning against the mirror. Despite how much Magda nags him, those two are still inseparable even after 5 years of being together. Let's talk to Magda! Let's talk to Magda! Let's look at the homie. Seeing Magda on her own, I went over to her to give her a bit of company. And the day and the lecture. Magda, who'd been looking over at Damien this whole time, turns to me after hearing my voice. Oh, Inga! Adina! You know how it is with him. Meanwhile, but always managed to say the most blunt thing to any situation. He really can't be too laid back sometimes, I swear. A perfect fit for you, though, I'd say, considering how by the book you are with him. Her stoic face quickly changes from being surprised before the smallest smile appears on his face. Chuckling to herself, she leans back against the mirror, clearly more relaxed than earlier. I suppose you're right about that. That man drives you crazy sometimes, but I guess that's also why I love him. How you doing, by the way? I heard last night was rough on you. I'm alright. Just got less sleep than I would have hoped. What about you? I'm fine. Got nagged by the cops. Fucking British slip. What the fuck? Random British jump scare. Got him at the cops more than others because I picked who got the real gem. But that's to be expected. Mentioning last night's incident makes me think back to my talk with the thief. The reason I was picked to hold the real jewel. And then back to Magda, hoping she can answer the question that's been nagging me since then. Magda? Yes? While we're on the subject, why did you choose me? What do you mean? I picked you because you were the best choice. Why? Because I'm the tallest? Seeing my face immediately changed to look at the disappointment makes me feel like I said the wrong thing. Oi! Tell me, what's the Lux 1%? It's meant to honor Vera, his first honor. And it shows that whoever is given it is skilled enough to be seen as a worthy inheritor. But what does that have to do with why you chose me? Easy. You said it yourself. It shows whoever holds it is incredibly skilled. And as you call it prima, I can't see anyone more worthy to even temporarily have that honor than you, Irina. But that was just for last night, not for an actual performance. Even still, I couldn't bring myself to give it to anyone who I wouldn't trust in that position, even considering the circumstances. That's my reasoning. I'm sticking to it. I tried to say something in response, but I left just blinking at her after such an honest answer. Sorry. Is that too much? No. I'm just surprised is all. Thank you, Magda. That's really sweet. You're welcome, Marina. Although, I have a question for you in return. Sure thing. What is it? How much sleep did you get? I instinctively avert my eyes, but I can still see her unyielding glare from the reflection in the mirror. Irina? Try to lecture you too? No, it's okay, it's fine. I just need to get the coffee. Well then, don't let me stop you any longer. Go on! Shoot! As Magda tries to push me towards the door, I wiggle my way out of her grasp. I'm going! She goes back to leaning against the mirror, though now her gaze is equally divided between Damien, who is still sitting in the corner, and myself. I feel like I'm being babysat. There's more to talk to Magda about. I walk back over to Magda, who I can tell is just about ready to lecture me. Don't give me that look. I just came over to ask if you wanted anything while I was at the lounge. Thank you. But am I right? I already drank a full cup of coffee during breakfast. I'm good for another few hours. You mean that's concoction of milk and sugar you had earlier? Hey! Listen! Whatever coffee they use in this theater is just too bitter. Just don't you think 3 milks and sugars is a bit much? Even for you. I'll admit, it was a bit. But the beans they use are so bitter! And my blood pressure going up just from the single sip. Magda taps her foot a bit, taking a very brief moment, before a big smile appears on her face. When we finally have free time, we should go out and see what the city has to offer. There's definitely got to be some local bars or cafes in the area that are worth checking out. Maybe what's it called? The Rouge. Something Rouge or something, you know? That sounds like a good cafe to check out. What do you say? That sounds like fun. I'm sure we could get quite a few of us together to tour the city. Right? But until then, let's work our butts off so we can really relax. And of course. What do we look at besides? Okay, Magda's done looking. We're done looking at Magda. We've got the trio on the bench. Irina! Table on the benches against the wall. The trio of Emilia, Adriana, and Alex. The first waving at me energetically. I will go over to them, going back with the chuckle. Did you need something from me? Nope. No. Just wanted to chat. Yeah. You came back to the hotel so late that we never got to talk to you about last night. Right. I did promise I'd tell you about the incident, huh? You can tell us now. No pressure or anything, though. I don't mind. The trio seems absolutely giddy at my answer, so they scoot as they scoot over to make me some room on the bench. I take my seat, I get comfortable, turn to face them. It all happens, but I can at least tell you this much. I recount everything that happened for them. Being carried across the rooftops, the thief letting me keep the jewel, and Detective O'Malley catching me to bring me back to catching up to me, bring me back to the museum. Dang. No wonder you were so tired last night. Now I'm surprised at how boring your talk with the thief was. Yeah. In all those Phantom Thief stories, something super romantic would happen. I was trying to these stories, something super romantic would happen. But nada. How plain can you get? I did leave out one thing from our story. The deep. Whoop. Whoop. If I had mentioned that, there's no way I'd be able to leave and get my coffee before break ends. Although I think Adriana notices things seems off, and suddenly speaks up amongst the chattering. You sure you said everything that happened? That I did. Alright. I'm not gonna press you on it. She leans her back against the wall, and as the others set it down, I sit up from my seat. I'm going to get myself a coffee now. Do any of you want anything? The three of them shake their heads, with little nuh-uhs, almost in tandem with one another. You go wake yourself up then. Or Brianna won't be able to save you from the teacher's classic disappointed glare again. You can bet, I can bet you that if she heard that, she'd be burning a hole right through your head right about now. With eagle, they wave by and walk away, letting them take that space in the bench back for themselves. That's done. I can't look at the other side of the, I can't look at Damien across the room apparently. There appears to be nothing else to look at here. So, let's get on over to leave the room. Am I ready to leave to head out? I can hang out a bit here. Just by checking, I am correct. Nothing else being to look at. Ceiling, whiteboard, intercom, the fire alarm. The fire alarm. Yeah, okay, we're good. I felt over the yawn that's trying. I felt up in the yawn that's trying to keep out of me. Take my hand a little as I open the practicing door. Come on, me. I can last a little longer to get. I can last a little longer to get something to drink. The lounge is just up ahead. If the cafe is empty, I'll have to make do with one of the pouches of instant coffee. Although, they'd only really last me a couple of hours at the most, so... In the middle of my indecisiveness, I lost track of where I'm going and accidentally bumping into one of these security guards walking through the hall. Hey, Trace. Hey, Trace. Sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going and... No, think nothing of it. Hello! Knight? I've word code name. I have it here somewhere. I never say while talking to you? Really? I never say while talking to him before. Okay, apparently I never did. Well, I don't know what his name is, but I'll find it. I'll remember eventually. No, look nothing of it. I should apologize for being in your way. But he nods me salute. The officer continues to track down the other end of the hall. The number of security guards has been going up as of late. Is it because of the thief, or maybe... Inga? As I'm thinking to myself once again, there's someone calling out from the other end of the hall. Seeing around, I see my uncle, walking toward me with a face full of glee. Uncle Abram. I see you're a breaker now. Everyone was so exhausted that we decided to have one early. Where have you been, though? Practice has been going on for quite a while. Uncle looks down at his watch, upon hearing that, surprised about what time it is. So it has. My apologies for that. I had to sit down with the director of theater honor for a meeting. A meeting? What for? It's about our stay in the city. Because that heist nonsense the police is requiring, we stay a while longer to assist in our investigation. So we discussed it with the theater owners, and they've given us permission to stay and perform for a while longer. But is that not going to disrupt the last leg of the tour? To my surprise, my uncle lets out a large chuckle. Not at all. The director and I actually had planned to pick a location to stay longer for you all to relax and sightsee. Considering the exhibit, and we decided that it was going to be the city long before the incident with that thief happened. I don't think I read any of those words correctly at all. Incorrectly at best at all. I don't think they're correct at all. Fuck. I can English very well though. Don't worry, guys. I'm so good at words. I'm so good at wording. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'm best at wording. Amazing at wording. What am I talking about anymore? No fucking clue. Not a single idea what I'm talking about anymore. Anyway, moving on. It just worked out. It just worked out well that we can continue to perform here to boot.
That's wonderful. I bet the others will have at least 10 places picked out to check out once they hear the news. Is there anywhere you want to see together? Interrupting me once again is a loud and sudden yawn. My uncle, instant trust, simply staring at me in awe before I speak up. Sorry.
Are you alright, Are you alright, Inka? I haven't heard you yawn that loudly in a very long time.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Was it because of the interrogation? I'm sorry I kept us on station for so long, and I wanted to make sure they won't ask you any absurd questions and...
No, uncle. You're fine. It's not you. I ended up staying up a bit late afterwards as well.
Whatever for?
My gaze shifts away from him, wanting out of this conversation. But he simply places a hand on my shoulder and gives me a warm smile, speaking to me in a soft tone.
Don't worry. I'm only concerned. You can be honest with me.
Thank you. I stayed up last night to look for the ring Mother gave me. I think I lost during the heist.
The sapphire one.
I gave him a sad nod.
Oh dear. When did you notice it was missing?
When we were about to head to the police station. I've checked everywhere I could. Around the museum floor, on the street outside. I even spent an hour combing through my hotel room, just in case I'd actually left it there by some chance. But nothing came of it.
Winka. We could ask the officers from last night if they saw it anywhere that you'd like.
That's the only thing I can do at this point. But I'm worried that I lost it on rooftops, in which case it would be impossible to find it again.
Why would it be impossible to find if it's on the rooftops?
Alright. A sigh escapes me as I look at my uncle with worry. I haven't told Mother yet. And how could I? She bought that to celebrate me getting into the company years ago, and I went and lost it. I don't know what to do, Uncle. To my surprise, Uncle Warrior's expression changes to the bright, smiling face he had at the beginning of our conversation.
Don't worry about the thing, Inka. I can help explain everything to her. If anything, she should ignore the issue with the ring and try to fight the thief and Mr. Wilkinson herself.
Maybe it's best to tell Mother in that case, considering how afraid Mr. Wilkinson is of you. Imagine how much more terrified he'd be of Mother. We laugh it off, and I feel my worries ease a little bit.
I'll talk to the officers from last night to see if anyone picked it up by chance. In the meantime, you and the others enjoy your time here.
I'll do my best. Thank you for hearing me out, Uncle.
You're welcome. Now go get some coffee.
That was the plan. See you at Patilta?
Of course.
Give me a quick hug. Uncle heads further down the hall, presumably to the dressing room so we can join in practice.
Yeah, presumably. You could do anywhere, actually. You could go anywhere, really.
I, on the other hand, finally make my way to the lounge, where a half-empty carafe of coffee.
What the fuck is a carafe, actually? What the fuck is a carafe? The fuck is a carafe? Ah! A carafe. Oh, a carafe. Fascinating. I never know that's what they're called. Huh. Fun. We learned things today. And that's what a carafe is. Fascinating.
As the day continues, the lively energy of the city has had it earlier and
Fucking reading words.
as the day continues, the lively energy of the city had earlier changes to a more somber, quieter tone. Whether it be returning home or relaxing at the bar, the evening brings a sense of calm to the surprisingly busy city. Many hours had already passed since practice, and the group of us, myself, Jacob, Natalia, and Anya, decided to spend the evening visiting, trying a local restaurant. I am lost in thoughts, staring at the drink in my hands. I feel someone shaking my shoulder.
Hey, Rena! Rena!
What?
What? That latte more interesting than Jacob's monologue? Oh, hey, come on now. Sure the thing. Right, Arena?
I'm sorry, Jacob. What were you saying? My response makes his shoulders slump, and the rest of our table laugh in unison. As our group looks over at the menu, looking on what to order, Nat starts up another conversation topic to fill the air.
Wait a second. Look at that. Oh, that's a cute top. I like that. I like that. That's a cute little top you have there. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan. I like it. Very cute. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan. We've been here for a few days, and it's already been more interesting than the bigger cities. Interesting for who? I got nagged by so many cops in the night. If that rich guy tries to get us to do something for him again, I'll give him the bird and leave. Ahem.
Jacob and I nod together, with Anya's remark.
Amen. That's not amen. It's amen. Amen. I can't read English words. Amen.
Jacob and I nod together with Anya's remark, which causes Nat to burst out laughing.
Yes, I really was the only one who got a kick out of it, that whole situation. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I'm almost done with all that. Arena.
What she says catches me off guard, but I feel my shoulders slump a little when I give her a confirming nod. It was a lot. I think I've had my share of rooftops running for the rest of my life.
I'm still surprised nothing happened up there. The romantic moments? No fight between the thief and the detective? Nothing? Nothing like in those stories at all?
Jacob pokes his cheek lightly with a smirk. Romantic moments? This is Arena we're talking about. The last person who would have romance in their mind. What do they know? There's lots of romance in their mind right now. Alright. Sorry, Arena. It's alright. It's alright. No worries. In the middle of our chatting, I heard the rest walks up to us without not. Have you decided what you want to order yet? Yep. Yeah, no. Have you decided? Have you decided? Natalia gives Jacob the most comical pout you can muster, complimented by sticking her tongue out at him. Sorry, I took so long for you, sir. With exaggerated stuff, he opens the menu, and tells the waitress what she wants. Meanwhile, I had taken another sip of my latte, thinking to myself as I look out the window. I suppose I do admit, the city has been more fun than the others. As the waitress walks off, finally, with all our orders jotted down, and the little group continues to chat the evening away. Jumping from topic to topic, until we finish eating and finally make our way back to the hotel for the night. In the dead of night, I get woken up by my own tossing and turning. The clock on the wall telling me it's 3 a.m. I sleepily sit up in bed with a yawn. Why am I awake? I quickly check my phone, thinking maybe an errant text or phone call was irresponsible. But all it does is briefly blind me. As I stare at my empty notifications. I flip back down onto the pillow, hoping to force myself back to sleep. But I can't seem to get comfortable enough. Get comfortable again, no matter how I lay down. I need to find a way to get tired enough again. Look around with the cursor in the bed. On a whim, I lay back down. You can force yourself to fall asleep. But my attempt is fruitless, as my mind won't stop racing from being woken up so suddenly. This is going to be one of those fake it till you make it nights, huh? I'm glad I have this sweet to myself. I would have probably woken up everyone by now. Bed done. Medication! While putting my phone away, I end up spotting the culprit behind my sudden awakening. I thought I took these. I suppose that's why I woke up. With a sigh, I carefully put the medication bottle into the dresser where it belongs. I'm forgetting to take these as of late. Maybe I should try to take them earlier? Or maybe set an alarm? Either way, I guess tonight will be a long night too. Medication put away. The balcony. I lay back down on my bed once again, staring at the ceiling with a sigh. My mind is still racing, and any attempts to make a shut up or even just a bit are proven futile. In the corner of my vision, I see the city lights trickle in, looking so bright despite how light it is. I lower to my side, take a better look, and the sight of the lights glimmering oddly makes me feel calmer. Some fresh air might be nice. Pulling myself out of bed, I slide on my slippers on even, and make my way out to the balcony. Outside, I'm greeted by a cool waft of May air. In the lights below, looking brighter than earlier. Countless specks of light from the street lights and cars, and some from the dozen or so light owls still awake at this hour. Standing out amongst the sea of similar-looking buildings are the two large ones that the city is known for. Off on one end is the theatre, looking just as lively as it does in the day. And on the other side is the most notable one, the Twinbells Towers. Their symmetrical shape complemented by the large cloak face sitting between them. I assume it's over here, probably. Maybe like the letter area. It's even got spotlights shining right on it, making sure you notice it at some point in the night. Even though we've been to so many cities already, there's always something unique about each one at night. As I continue to stare off into the distance, the cool air wafts by again, pulling me out of my daydreams. Wait a second. Let me check something real quick. Let me a second. I need to check something real quick. Okay, sorry. Just checking something real quick. Okay. Price 33. Maybe later. Grimace. Anyway, sorry. As I continue to stare off into the distance, the cooler air wafts by again, filling me out despite this daydreaming. Taking one last look at the scenery, and look at my way. I make my way back inside. Even I can't read English words for fuck's sake. Jesus Christmas. Getting back down on the bed, I find myself at a loss on how to make myself sleepy again. After mulling it over, my eyes look over at the bathroom door even. Maybe a quick trip in the bathtub could help. I'm out of options at this point, so ease with the shot. I feel a little calmer afterwards, but still not tired enough to make up for the red awakening. Washing my hands, I just stare at myself in the mirror, thinking about how the rest of the night will pass. I wish I could just take my medication now, but then I'd probably sleep to my alarm. I've already done that once before, so I'd rather avoid that if possible. Give my hands a thorough wash and dry, I head back to the main room, with that maybe Now I can fall asleep quickly.
Hello there! Hello there, Mr. Figure on my balcony. What are you doing? Give me a second. Let me just pop myself a little cough drop. I think my throat's getting a little sore. Let me pop a pause real quick. Then we continue. Quick pause break. Actually, while I'm off, I'm gonna quickly also grab some more water. Cause I think I'm out as well. So BRB. Water bottle refills. We are good to go. We are good to go. I can untake my earbuds. My earbuds. Earbuds cable, tangling. Anyways, hello there. Huh? I rub my eyes, thinking my lack of sleep is affecting my sight. But even after attempting to shake it off, what I see stands still the same. A figure standing at my previously empty balcony. Lights in the city, shining brightly behind the mix. It's hard to see who they are, though their silhouettes seem familiar. Against my better judgments, I quietly make my way to the balcony doors, hoping to take a peek at who it is. Hiding behind the curtains, I try to get a good look at who it could be. With the moonlight shining onto them, I finally recognize the silver suit and cape fluttering in the wind. Of all the people to see again, is none other than that thief in the other night. Forget-me-not. What are they doing here, of all places? They appear to be deep in thought, pacing back and forth while occasionally looking over the railing. I push open the door a tiny bit and hear them mumbling to themselves. That won't work. I'll get caught immediately. But what if... No, that won't work either. What if I lift up the counter, but someone might swipe it? Maybe I could try that? I don't even know which room it is, and I'm lost in a curious trance, watching them pants back and forth. Wrong accent. Spat back and forth, mumbling to themselves. But they're quickly brought out of it as I lean a bit too much into the door. The balcony door lets out a loud incessant creaking, which cuts through the silence like a knife. Got off guard? By it, they quickly turn to look at where it came from. What follows feels like an eternity of silence. The two of us just stare at each other, waiting for one of us to say something. It's finally broken though, when the thief jumps up back in surprise. Ah! Don't panic! I mean no harm. I'll leave right away. Hey, wait a minute. They quickly switch from panicking to giving me a curious look. It's you! The one from the other night. Lebedev, right? Yes. That's me. That's me. Wow.
What luck! They quickly switch moods yet again, leaving me even more confused. But before I'm able to give another response, they hop over to where I'm standing. Sorry if I'm sorry if this is out of play, but they hold out their hands, give me a cheery smile, signaling they want me to place a smile on it. See, feeling a bit lost, I follow the lead, cautiously placing my hand on the top. They flip it so it's palm side up, then close it into a fist with their other hand. You should happen to lose this, did you? On top of the fingers, I certainly feel. What's up with the fingers? I certainly feel something sitting on my fist, and I open it to find. Ah, my ring, my ring. I bring it up to my chest and clutch it tightly, able to hide just how happy I am to see it again. Okay, so I was correct, partially, that Desiree did in fact have the ring, but I'm sad. I was like, it'd be so cute and funny if she accidentally just, hi, did you drop this ring? Holds the ring that is hers in civilian clothing. I'm sad it wasn't like that. Oh well, it's fine. I was scared I had lost it for good. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I thought, although I also have to apologize. Off on the roof, when we almost fell off, I somehow managed to accidentally take it from you. Considering how it suddenly just showed up on me afterwards, I had a feeling it was yours. I looked over to see. I looked over it to see if there's any blemishes or marks. Marks? Marks. Then sighted happily on my ring finger. You don't know how much this means to me. Thank you again. Although, I'm confused. How did you know I was here? Well... They twiddle their thumbs for a brief moment before giving an answer. A, friend who works here told me what floor all the dancers were on. Don't take that the wrong way. That I am sorry, all the ones to return the ring I have. He wasn't exactly expecting to end up on your balcony of all places in the first try. Sorry if I woke you up, by the way. No, you're fine. I've been up for a little while now already. Yeah. That's good at least. Oh, They suddenly look at me with a confused, yet curious gaze. After a short while of thinking to themselves, they finally speak up again. This is like before. What is? Normally, when you see another stranger on your balcony, you'd run, call security, or above. And the rooftop too. I ended up carrying you all the way out of there without you ever putting up much of a fight. The honest observations make me feel a bit embarrassed. But no matter how much I try to think of something to counter it, I come up and I'm able to disagree. I'm sorry if that was super blunt. I mean, it was. But you're technically wrong. I can't help but laugh a little at myself at this whole scenario. You're not any different, though. Eh? If I were in your shoes, I would have ran the moment that door creaked. But instead, you're still here, and even went out of your way to return my ring to me personally. That's pretty unusual as well, don't you think? They stared at me blankly, looking every so often as they presumably try to think of some sort of rebuttal. This is cute! Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my god. They're so cute. What the fuck? But just like me, they burst out laughing from the realization. Constant that. We end up laughing together, making any awkwardness between us vanish in an instant. After letting it all out, we lean against the railing and look out into the city. I follow suit, walking out in the night air as I turn to look at them. Ah! Look at those, so cute. Majestic. So cute. I do not want to apologize. I do want to apologize for the other night, by the way. Grabbing you wasn't part of the plan originally. No worries. Somehow I could tell it was just as confusing as for you. Yeah, I've never done something like that before. Even the cops were shocked. You were slower than usual. Well, except Detective O'Malley. That's given. Hope you didn't get pestered too much about me. They like the interrogations. I let out another laugh. You're not wrong about that. Yes. Did drag out for a while. Drag on for a while. You seem pretty familiar with how they work. How they work? Well, I have been outsmarting those suits for over 3 years. Got to know how they think if you want to be one step ahead. 3 years. I stare out into the sea of buildings, the lights glimmering rhythmically as I think to myself repeats before I turn back to them. I hope you don't mind me asking. Will I be a thief? Between the other lights and the small trick you did just now, you'd be better suited working on the normal magician, don't you think? My question makes them pause for a moment, for a while, staring off into the distance while they think it over. After a moment of silence, they stand up straight. Gay! Still leaning on the railing, and give me a soft smile. Have you ever heard of the first phantom thief from the city? I haven't, no. They're known as the Scarlet Rose. My papa told me stories about them all the time when I was little. They were an amazing, charming thief that's become a part of our history by how much of a legacy they left behind. We're not a magician. Their heights were leagues above mine. When I got my first taste of that adrenaline rush, I immediately understood why they kept at it. That thrill of going for bigger targets in the center of all that attention. Just being a normal magician felt too small. And seeing how everybody in the city still loves them in the heists they pull off decades later, it makes me want to reach that as well. Leaving behind a legacy. And that's my own and no one else's. They pause for a moments. After that thought, before continuing, I'm not even half what they are just yet. But I know for a fact that I'll always be able to leave my mark in the same way once I'm done. Also be able to leave my mark in the same way once I'm done. Leave my mark. Now I'm silent after their short monologue, the weight of their words affecting me deeply. As I gently glide my fingers over my ring, I think about my time with the ballet company up until now. I think I get it. At least a bit. That feeling of acknowledgement for things you've done yourself and the works you put into it. I started dancing for a similar reason, though not the extreme level that you're at later heights. But I'm still nowhere near the level I want to be at. Really? I think you and the others are already amazing based on opening night. But that's just me.
Thank you, Alex. And Angel, fucking Angel for.
I was just thinking that you look like the sort of person who would enjoy one of our fairy
Dyslexia, I saw X.
chillers.
Like, oh yes, it says Alex. I saw A, and X was like, oh yes, Alex. Dyslexia at its finest. Thank you for the hydrate and head pat, Angel. Welcome in. Welcome to Saturday Sunday. I'm reading an amazing visual novel by solarProtag. This is chapter 2 of the original novel. You should check out their game. Pinned in the chat message. Check out their game. Chapter 1 I played a while ago, about over a month ago. It is a very lovely game about a phantom thief. If you're not, in the fictional city of Twinbells. It is a Yuri visual novel, so it's girls loving girls, sapphic, and it's really good. It's really cute. This is chapter 2. It's really cute. It's really cute. You should definitely, if you're a fan of visual novels, you should definitely check it out. Otherwise, enjoy your stay. I'll be fucking attempting my damnedest to voice characters. No, that's relatable. Hell yeah. I'll try my damnedest to voice characters. I am pretty bad. I'm self-proclaimed pretty bad, but people enjoy watching me sometimes, so teach their own. I just enjoy sharing Yuri stories that I found on the internet. I like reading them through for the first time in touch. Yeah. Definitely check the game out. I don't think it's on sale. I don't want to say it's on sale and then be wrong completely. I don't want to lie to y'all. It is not on sale. It's gonna be full price. But it's like below $10. It's sub $10 for American people. It's just above $10 for us for Canadians, but it's pretty cheap, very good. Definitely gonna check. They make some cute art as well. You should also check out the regen. So the Protect, the creator of this game, does some awesome art. Yeah, their region commissions are open. They are also the one who currently drew my current Steam Twitch profile picture, and it is adorable. I love it so much. It is great. But yeah, anyways, back to me attempting to read with my dyslexia. It's great. I say that as if there's not an option for dyslexic text. I'm pretty sure there is. There is not. I lied. There's not in Sans. There's not in Sans. Or the default of quicksand, which is barely different to my eyes. Either way, I think there's a difference. It's more like edge, like square text as opposed to round text. I mean, I like the quicksand is cute. Anyways, really, I think the others are already amazing based on the opening night, but that's just me. Oh, you at the first show? They jump a little as their face flashes out for a brief moment before regaining their composure. Yeah, I was. You all did an amazing job. I can see now why your company has such a great reputation. But I think you were one of the best dancers on stage in my personal opinion. Yep. Oh. The certain compliments expressed me. I feel my face getting brighter as I try to avert my gaze. There we go.
This girl has a crush on who we're playing as. She's gay. She's a lesbian, guys. Or at least a bisexual. I don't remember if she's bi or just a lesbian. I forgot. I know there's a bisexual in this game somewhere. I don't remember who the bisexual is. I forgot. It's been over a month since I played chapter 1. There are better dancers than me in the company. You'll surely just be nice. And being honest. The entire time I was watching, I thought to myself, what is making that dancer stand out to me? And I finally realized it's because of how strong you are. Of all the words, accented for fuck's sake. What the heck? Of all the words I was expecting to come out of their mouth, song was not one of them. I simply stared at them, unable to respond with anything. Strong? Sorry, was that a weird thing to say? No, I've just never been told that before. In what way? Well, in a few ways. The focus you have while you're dancing, being mindful of not only your fellow dancers, but also how the audience sees you. To how you compensate for your height, like try not to stand out and such. Even just how you act towards other people, like me right now. I'd say that's all pretty fitting for the word strong. Don't you think? My face only gets redder after hearing their explanation. Having it all laid out in front of me with such confidence, I can't accurately describe what I'm feeling right now. It's called feeling gay. I think flustered, being acknowledged is nice, you know? Having someone acknowledge the small things you do is always a good thing. Sometimes it feels nice to be noticed. Part of my hard work, embarrassment, that someone so bluntly listed all the things I've criticized myself over. Whatever it is a feeling I haven't thought about myself in a long time. Is that you? Did you say something? I couldn't hear you. I said thank you. That's the first time someone's ever went out that far into detail about that sort of thing. I'm not sure what to say about it now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go overboard. It just kind of came out at once. But did you mean it? What do you mean it though? We share another laugh, easing the awkward tension in the air between us. After which I suddenly began to feel how late it is, and I let out a big yawn. I didn't even realize what time it was. So I kept you. So I kept you up. It's alright. But I gently rolled my fingers over my ring. I tried to say what's on my mind. Something about talking to you feels quite nice. If you ever would like to talk together like this again, I wouldn't be opposed to it. They pull back the brim of their hats a bit to try and hide their face, but I can still barely see a red blush light up their cheeks. That sounds nice. I'd be more happier. I'd be more than happy to come over again. Just let me know when it works for you, alright? I'll try not to show up unannounced again. Of course. Great. But still then. How would you... How are you gonna let... Hey! Forget me... How am I gonna let you know? I don't have your cell phone. I can't... Bye. How am I gonna let you know? I don't even know who the fuck you are. Ma'am? Please, come back. Mysterious phantom thief, come back. No. They turn around its face. Really? Give me guts over the shoulder. Good night, Lady Lidebev. On cue, the kit changes into the form of a glider, which they use to glide gracefully down from the balcony. They watch them fly off in the distance, the moonlight glittering against them. How did they keep touching him? You know? Good question. Technology's gone a long way. I suppose I'll just have to ask next time. Give one last look at the distance. I make my way inside so that I can finally fall back to sleep.
Still not sure how you're gonna contact her. Like, you have no way of contacting her, telling her when it's a good time. At all. What are you gonna do, like, fucking put a rose in your... whatever, forget-me-nots on your balcony to signify, hey, it's good to come, even though, like, I might be, like many floors above. You can't see who the fucking flowers are. What? Huh? The fuck? What's the plan? What's the goddamn plan? Like, realistically, what is the plan? I don't know. Excuse me? Can you have the glass? Coming right at...
It's already been a couple of days since the last night at the museum. Between the exhibits and the ongoing police investigation, we've been treating it as the time off we've all needed. I've especially found it easier to keep myself entertained due to Betty not visiting me almost every night since that first night.
Ah, okay, every time. Cool. Lovely, so it just shows up every night. Hell yeah.
Each time we chat, we've traded topics with one another about pretty much anything that comes to mind. I asked them about the city and the heists, and they asked me about the company and the places we've been. It's definitely weird, but there's something about talking to them that helps calm me before bed. Due to a few dancers' recommendations, a large group of us are eating lunch at the restaurant on the north end after afternoon parties. My table-mate, Brianna, taps me on the shoulder. Yes? Is something the matter?
You've been scrolling through your phone for a while now. What's got you so interested?
Leans over for a bit to take a look. I turn my phone to her so she can see better.
The azure flower. The millennium opal. Wait, are those all for me not heists?
Mm-hmm. I've immediately gotten interested since the other night.
You have, huh?
It gives me a smug smile and a laugh.
I don't blame you. That thief is pretty interesting. They've probably been out for almost 4 years. There's gotta be a bunch of really cool stories in that time.
It has been fun reading all these articles, especially since I can ask them directly about them. Amidst our conversation, we suddenly get a text at the same time, as do a lot of the other dancers in the restaurant with us. From the director himself.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm quickly typing this to tell you all to avoid staying in the theater too late, as per security's request. It's apparently been a few break-ins as of late. We want to make sure you're all unharmed by whoever it could be. Keep up the good work.
Break-ins? Everyone who finishes reading the message starts murmuring to themselves. Some others. Some with worry, some with curiosity.
Who was breaking into the theater? I can't think of a reason why you want to break into the theater of all places. Not just steal there, besides scripts, plaques, the stage? No, I can't do that easily. Interesting. First being used in that heist, and now break-ins? My god. Can this city be normal for just one moment? Probably not. Most of the city is obsessed with a Phantom Thief. I don't think that's pretty normal. I don't think anything about that normal, Brianna. And Leek Sue has been sitting with us, thinks to themselves for a bit, whispering to our small group. You know, I actually overheard some security guards the other day, after practice. It might have been about this. Really? They give a confident nod, describe my stuff, and accidentally listened in on a couple of them outside the dressing room. Apparently, they think the break-ins might actually be 2 different people. You didn't hear that from me, though. Got it? We all give a nod in return, and Brianna looks to me with a worried expression. You know, you're always the last one to leave after evening practice. Have you seen or heard anything about this? Thankfully, no. It's been uneventful. Just be careful. I can definitely say that a lot of us would be worried sick if whoever was sneaking around did something to you. That's very sweet. Thank you. As the negative mood in their dies down, I put my phone in my pocket and stand up. I'll be right back. Sure thing. Take your time. Alex and Brianna find a new topic to chat about while I make my way over to the bathrooms. Desiree. After checking to see if anyone is around, I close myself in the stall and pull my phone back out, finding an article about the break-ins. Police have found no evidence of the identified Police have found no evidence of the identity or motive of the trespassers. The theater owners have strengthened security around all entrances of the rooftop. I put my phone back into my pocket, leaning on the stall door, deep in thought. Security. I can't let this hinder my thoughts. Don't hinder me though. Walking at the stall, I start to wash my hands, and I feel my phone vibrating in my pocket. After drying them off completely, I pull it out to see a message from my mother. As for the news about the thief, are you okay? Please call me. I should have figured that they would reach her. I pull out my phone. I pull out her number and start calling, walking out to the restrooms as I wait for her to pick up the phone. Irina! It didn't take long for her to do so, as I'm greeted by her familiar voice yelling into my ear in Russian. I'm so glad you called. Is everything alright over there? Yes, mother. I'm fine. When I saw the news about the thief and my heart just about to jump out of my chest. This is a really bad Russian accent. It's not even Russian. It's not even Russian accent. This is Russian accent. I don't know how to do this. I don't know this female voice. I don't know the fuck. Skibble. If I do this, then scroll up it's like this. Fuck it. I don't fucking know. Russian accent. Da. What's the news about this? The thief? My heart just jumped out of my chest. I'm just not strange at all. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Like Solin? No, mother. I'm alright, I promise. Have you and father been back home? Don't touch the subject on me, young lady. Daddy. Duh. That's an accent. I don't know how to do this fucking. But we're fine. You should be more worried about yourself. being spirited away by some suit-swearing hooligan. I swear, no matter how what country you're in, the police continue to be useless. As I hear my mother continue to rant, I let out an embarrassing chuckle. In the corner of my vision, I saw Brianna and Alex look at me, most likely wondering who I'm talking to. So I didn't matter. I need to head out now. Afternoon practice and such. I hear a disappointed huff from the other end. Very well, but you're not free from me, Inca. Call me when you have more time on your hands. And you'd better be giving yourself some free time. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again from your uncle. Yes, mother. I love you. You too. I hang up the phone and put it back in their pocket, walking back to the table to finish lunch. What my mother said at the end of it echoes in my head along the way. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again. Sorry about that. That line continues to ring in my mind for the rest of the day. Horrifying. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'll take a quick break. It's now late in the night, and instead of sleeping like I should, I'm in one of the practice rooms at the theater hall. The theater? Ma'am, why in the theater? Arina, don't go there. Arina, it's not safe. Isn't it safe, Arina? What are you doing? What are you doing, ma'am, girl? Girl, this isn't safe. It's dangerous. There's break-ins happening. Who knows who it could be? It could be anyone. It could be fucking Crow, for all we know. I remember this Crow name. I remember this code name. His code name was Crow. It was Crow. That's the code name for the dude I was trying to remember. It's Crow. Everyone else is back at the hotel, fast asleep. Meanwhile, I'm here alone doing an extra bit of practicing. Sitting down on one of these benches, I pull up my water bottle and take a hearty drink of it. Leaning up against the wall, I can still hear my mother. My mother told me earlier, ringing in my ear like an endless cuckoo clock. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again. Again. The way she said that makes my heart sink, but I can't let it get to me. I shake my head to try and get rid of it, but it persists despite my best efforts. No one knows about my extra practicing, especially not my uncle. He starts to worry about me, and while I appreciate the concern, that isn't going to help me catch up to where everyone else is. I need to make up for this later. Calming myself, my breathing and inhale deeply, I stand up from the bench to continue as I notice a light outside the hall. Hiding in the blind spot nearby, I wait for whichever security guard it was to pass by. Whoever this other trespasser is, has more. Whatever this trespasser is, has made it more difficult for me than it should have been. I pull out my phone to double check what time it is, and to see just how much longer I feel I should continue. Almost 3 a.m. Normally I go up by 4 a.m, but I'm starting to feel my exhaustion keep up on me. Maybe this is a good stopping point for the night. After making sure I won't get interrupted by any wandering guards, I duck back into the corner and open my bag. I pull the sweater, skirt, and sneakers from inside to wear them on top of my leotard to make sure no one wonders why I'm wearing this late. Just as I'm finishing up, there's some sort of noise coming from above. Yep. And yep. Bye, Crow. Bye, Crow. In a split second, something, or rather someone, suddenly jumps from the vent above, landing quietly in the room. Hi, Crow. Hide myself in the blind spot. Hopefully, I'm out of the way enough so that they won't notice me. I try to make out who they are in the darkness. They hop up onto their feet and mumble to themselves. Simply recon my ass. Those damn theater jobs are always the worst. These damn theater jobs are always the worst. Shooting at them in the darkness, I can make out that it seems to be a man in his 30s, with shorts, black hair, wearing dark clothes. Hi, Crow. What's up? As you look around the room, not noticing me in my hiding spot, they pull out some sort of sheet from their bag and look it over. I suppose that answers who the other trespasser is. Whoop. They eye the sheet up and down, still thinking out loud to themselves. Alright, checking the dressing room. Alright, check the dressing room. That's no good. Increase security there. I see this as my best chance to try and leave without them noticing. I slowly tiptoe my way out to the exit. Oh well, glancing both at the door and back at them, make absolutely sure that they won't get caught. Meanwhile, they continue their mumbling, scattering their head as they put the sheet away. That's about it, I guess. Whoever this other trespasser is making my job harder than it needs to be. They're both thinking the same thing. They're both making each other's lives harder. Anyways, Crow, turn around real quick. Excuse me? I quickly clasp my hands over my mouth, but not quick enough to stop my sudden response from escaping. What? They start looking around to find where that sound come from. And the two of us end up making direct eye contact. I freeze in place, a few steps away from the door, as a wide range of emotions flash by on their face before they finally say something. You're the other trespasser. That's my line. You're just one of the dancers. Why are you even here at this late? They pause, staring at me, at my bag, then back at me, before continuing. You haven't practiced. You're in your own hotel room. You're sneaking around here is making my job harder. I can see the same for you. You sneaking around is making it harder for me to practice. Excuse me? Heartbreaker is cut short by another security guard, making the rounds outside the dorm. They both dive for the blind spot. Whee! Okay, this is low key kind of fucking funny. This is kind of cute and funny. Cute in like a silly, cute in like a friendly way. Friendly rival, like, the fuck? What the fuck? I'm playing trespass. I got a job to do. I gotta fucking scout out the area. I have a to do. I need fucking practice as well. The fuck are you doing? We wait with bated breath. Neither of us make a sound as they got lazily checked inside the room with their flashlight. When they finally leave, we both let out a deep sigh before getting back up. Lady, I don't care what you're doing here, but you can do it when I'm not trying to sneak in. Now they didn't know. You're supposed to know that someone else was coming to the theater hall this night. Air, I guess. And awkward air hangs around between us, with neither of us knowing how to continue this conversation. They stare at me for a bit, before a surprised look quickly appears on their face. Hey, wait. You're one Pardon? Pardon? Oh, never mind. Ignore me. What are the odds? I gave them a confused stare, but brushed it off. Finding my exhaustion once more,
I pull out my phone to notice that it's bit past 3 now. If it's not too much trouble, I was actually in the middle of leaving. I don't recommend doing that right now. They pull out the sheet I saw earlier and shows it to me. It's a map of the theater hall with multicolored lines showing security guards and routes. They beefed up their forces this afternoon. So if you got used to the old routes, then forget them. That must have been when the director sent me that text. Where exactly am I going to leave then? Not to worry. Even though they changed the routes, they actually made some loopholes that we can use in our advantage. Yes, we can use to our advantage. We're a collective now. We're a team. You know, casual team of a fucking thief and a casual ballet dancer. The best team ever. You know? Actually, that actually... Even a ballet dancer thinks about Titan blood, kind of. A thief and a ballet dancer thinks of Tatiana and Kaoru. Oh yeah, except not like in a relationship way. They're just like funny dynamics of a sneaky motherfucker and a former ballet dancer. Both are kind of assassins, kind of hired works, but still. Unlike this is legit ballet dancer and a legit thief who is hired to do heists and scout theaters. Apparently, right now. This is coming out of the first rodeo. This is not their first thief theater scouting, according to them. They fold up the sheet and put it back in the bag, making their way to the door. Taking a quick peek out in the hall, they motioned me to follow. I stared at them for a bit. Both of them speak up again. Just trust me. I know this place like better than you do. Unless you think you can sneak past all these guards yourself. With a sigh, I make my way over, and the two of us exit out in the hallway. Whee! Doop, doop, doop. Oh, ignore the lights are on. They're supposed to be off. Ignore that. Also, over here, I'm gonna look around the surroundings. And I know solarProtag is a fucking nerd, but I don't recognize anything. Damn it! I was like, maybe I can recognize one of these background things or something, but no, I don't recognize any of these portraits, none of these pictures on the wall. It's a shame. Oh well. Oh well. With a shot, look around real quick. Once in the hallway, they don't say a word, letting their movements do the talking for them, as I mimic them to the best of my ability. Hugging the walls to take advantage of the camera blind spots, ducking into the rooms at their signal and waiting for the guard to pass. We continue like this for the whole while down the hall, looking in awe at how perfect their movements are. It makes me want to ask who they are. But none of this isn't the time to be asking them anything. Not too clear. Make it to the backstage doors when they finally stop and turn to me. Just a little bit further, and you'd be good to leave through the back. Around this time, they're a bit more lenient in that area, but not for long, so you better make it quick. Thank you for your help. Thank you for helping. But then confused why you would do so in the first place. Easy. The sooner you're out, the sooner I can get back to work. A sigh escapes me as I simply stare at them unamused. Don't give me that look. Let's go before anyone But they finished the finish, however, were interrupted by someone's footsteps coming down the hallway in our direction. Shit, there aren't supposed to be any guards running around here right now. Follow me, quick. They backtrack towards the closest room, holding it open so we can both can dive inside. You know how this dance room looks the same as before? It's fine, it's different. Once inside, they motion me towards one of the corners as they open up the vent above. Sorry to leave you like this, but I need to book it. Can't afford to get caught here. What about me? Once whoever this is leaves, Take the exit backstage and you'll be free in no time. Whee!
Crow has no legs. Crow has no legs. He's legless! Ah! Wait. When he flies up, he loses his legs. He loses parts of his leg when he flies up. That's kind of funny. That's just in my eyes, not patching the fucking parts of his legs are. Because, anyways, it doesn't matter.
In an instant, they crawl up into the vent, looking down at me from above.
They got a mess. And remember, you didn't see me, and I didn't see you. Good luck.
Closing the gate behind them, they vanish from view as I'm left pressed up against the corner of the room. I do my best not to make any sounds, but the footsteps get closer and closer. Hold my breath and clutch my bag tightly. They get louder until they stop in front of the door of the room. In what feels like an eternity, the door slowly opens and whoever this is enters the room. They turn their flashlight directly at me, biting me for a moment as I cover my eyes a bit too late. I ready myself for them to start berating me with questions about who I am and why I'm here, but instead I'm greeted with a soft, familiar voice. Miss Lebedev? I blink, trying to adjust my vision as whoever this person is finally comes into view.
Miss Lebedev?
Detective O'Malley? Sister O'Malley? I have my eyes thinking the brief blinding is making me see things, but before me really is Detective O'Malley in the flesh.
Miss Lebedev? Lebedev? What in the world are you doing? You're so late.
I pause for a second before holding up my bag, quickly thinking up an excuse. I accidentally brought the wrong bag back with me in the hotel earlier. I wanted to make sure it wouldn't get lost or damaged.
You could have waited until the theater opened up again in the morning.
I could have, if it wasn't for the fact that this was inside. I pull my phone and medicine bottle out of the front pockets, and Detective O'Malley stares at them for a bit before adjusting their glasses. My apologies for getting something like this when there's that trespasser sneaking around the theater, but I had to get everything back in one piece. I wanted to make sure whoever this was didn't take these things with them.
Fair enough, I suppose.
As I'm putting my phone back inside, they open the door for me.
Come. I can escort you out so the night shift doesn't pester you too much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. As I exit the room, the detective glances up at the ceiling, the vent is, before turning back to me.
Just to be sure. You came here alone, correct?
That I did.
That is correct. Alright.
That
It had to lie. You did in fact come here, the theater, alone. But you didn't come in here, the room, alone. Different sentences though. But I'm questioning what you mean, the theater, here, alone. Correct. Not a lie.
walking through the hall towards the exit makes it feel longer than I did when I was sneaking around earlier somehow. It was silent. It was silent with only the detective quickly telling any security guards we passed them. We passed that I'm not the one they're looking for, and to continue their rounds. I started to feel a little awkward until they turned to me and started speaking.
I want to apologize to you and the company for how long our investigation has taken. It normally doesn't take this long, but everything about that night has turned everything upside down.
Not to worry, detective. We're actually using this extended time here as an excuse to finally take some time off, considering how busy we've been as of late. If anything, I'd say we could be the ones to apologize to you for the trouble we've caused.
Oh, no, you really shouldn't. If anything, it'd be the damned Maximilian's fault. Fucking Maximilian. I apologize for that. I apologize I apologize that you got wrapped up in that idiotic plan. Things that are normally supposed to be cleared by me.
No, that's right. You're the one in charge of the Forget-Me-Not case, correct?
That's right. Just as they've been at this for over 3 years, I've been in charge of this case for just as long.
They say that in such confidence, and yet their expressions remain modest and unhinged. You must know quite a lot about that thief and their habits, if that's the case.
You could say that. Although, I suppose I still have a lot to learn based on the other night. Everything about that heist. Challenge to you being taken out of the theater was unheard of. Based on their mannerisms, however, I imagine they had everything planned out, assuming the jewel was going to be in a normal location. It wasn't. But upon seeing the fake jewels all being worn by you and your fellow dancers, you had to improvise at the last minute. The feathers hidden along the walls and being able to commandeer the vents and fans so easily are proof of that. I imagine they planned on making it seem like the jewel itself was flying like a swan to fit with the whole motif, considering their love for theatrics. Although, that's only conjecture at this point. But my hunch to go off of based on past heists.
Hearing them going about the heist like this leaves me with a sense of awe. The arising of based on context clues, using what they know about the situation prior to the incident. It's just like how Forget-Me-Not won that challenge in the first place. The detective seems to have noticed my stunned expression of silence, pausing in the middle of the theorizing. Is something the matter? I'm just being impressed. Listening to you talk about your theories and the evidence, backing it up with such confidence. You really are quite knowledgeable about that thief. Just like they said.
Oh, well, it's nothing, really. Just my job and all that.
I can't help but giggle at how flustered they suddenly got after my compliment. As we get closer to the main hall, they clear their throats, regaining their composure and continue our conversation.
Anyway, I've heard that you and a few of the dancers have had your curiosities piqued by that thief.
Yes, we have. We have, yes. A few of us started to look up their previous heists just to see what else that thief has come up with. All these tricks and shows, they're all been so interesting to read about. Although, I can only imagine how annoying it must have been from your point of view.
Annoying is putting it lightly. We've been dealing with that thief for years, and yet we're nowhere close to being able to figure out who they are.
With a single lead?
That's impressive. No kidding. That thief is much smarter than they look. For Christ's sake, I'm pulling my hair out. Anyways. Smarter than the thief normally should be.
The detective adjusts their glasses, once more looking at me with a serious expression.
Normally with thieves and the like, they think normally with thieves and the like, the way they think is simple. They try to get into the heads of the officers to plan around what they're doing. But Forget-Me-Not, they're different. They don't think like a thief who's just trying to claim their prize and evade security. They think like a detective.
Let's say with such weight, it makes me think that they have had this on their mind for a while. What do you mean?
Take the other night, for example. With limited time and resources, they were not only able to deduce who had the real jewel, but compensate for its new location in their escape plan. On the ground level, and I figured out you held the real jewel, they were able to find their hidden vantage point. What kind of mental prowess? It's been present in their heist from the day one. If I'm being honest, it fills me with awe. It fills me with awe. In silence, unable to make any kind of response to everything that the detectives told me. I figured them reading all these about that particular knot was quite intelligent, but to hear it described like this. And by the lead detective, the case, the boots, it's surprising. Reflecting on the moments of the rooftop makes me realize that Detective O'Malley's train of thought is absolutely true. Ivan said they sounded like a detective. I'm sorry. That was a lot at once, wasn't it? I didn't mean to overwhelm you.
No, detective. It was actually quite fascinating. I'm not surprised you don't have any leads based on this.
Yes, they're very good at covering their tracks as well. The only theory I can come up with is that they're either a former detective or related to one very closely. Stares at Crow in the distance. Stares at Crow in the vents. Crow in the vents. You work at the police station. You work with the police people sometimes. I don't know what your job is though. You do silly things. You fucking weirdo. But a theory like that has no grounds for any formal investigation. So we're stuck with our hands tied. We're at the main hall.
Detective O'Malley steps in front, holding the door open for me with a nod. Thank you. Stepping into the main hall, main lobby, I turn to Detective O'Malley and give them a nod. Thank you for escorting me out. And I'm sorry for any trouble I may have caused.
Not to worry, Miss Lebedev. I'll see to it that this doesn't affect you or the rest of the company. And I'll be sure they don't find out about this either.
I was just about to ask. Thank you.
Would you like me to drive you back to the hotel? Calling a cab at this time of night is more hassle than it's worth.
You really don't need to do that, Detective. You've already gone so far, done so much.
Consider my way of apology for blinding you earlier.
I can't help but let out a laugh at that playful jab. Well then, thank you in advance.
Let me apologize for me blinding you earlier. It's important, because I did not mean to blind you. I thought you were a thief or something.
The two of us exit the theater out in the parking lot, with the detective escorting me to a small car sitting by itself near the front. As we are driving down the road towards the hotel, I stare out the window, thinking about everything that happened tonight. The other trespasser I met. Everything the detective told me about me not. I was expecting all that from just another night in secret practice. The dull hum of the car calms me as we get close to the hotel.
Ah, there she is! So I didn't mean to fucking deafen you with me slurping my box of tea. My box of tea. Sorry about that.
I walk into my hotel room with a yawn. The clock on the wall saying it's almost 4 a.m. The urge to flop down into bed and fall asleep like this is tempting, but a sight on my balcony makes me change my mind. Oh! Waiting in the moonlight is none other than Fortino. Their suits keep practically glistening against the night sky. I will go over to the balcony door, give this off, tap, as I go outside. Good evening! They turn upon hearing me with a big grin on their face. There you are! I didn't come at a bad time, did I? Instead, what I'm wearing make it obvious that it is anything but normal. No, no. You're fine. I was just to step out for a bit. Mm-hmm. Huh. All right. You didn't wait long. You didn't wait long, did you? It's fine. I find ways to pass the time. Though you seem pretty tired. Do you want to save this for another time? Another night? Is it that obvious? I'd feel better. Not better. I'd feel bad, considering you had to wait. Nah. Don't worry about it. It's no problem at all. It's not a problem at all to reschedule. I'd rather you get enough sleep. If you're absolutely sure. And I am. As if proving their point. As your own sneaks up on me. I'm sorry about this. Is tomorrow a good time? If it is for you, then it is for me. Very well then. Good night. Good night. I give them a little goodbye wave, walking back inside.
You're so gay.
Just as I'm closing the balcony door, I hear something and turn around. Did you see the thing? By the time I look, they've already long gone. The glider not even visible over the horizon. Must have been hearing things, I suppose. With a yawn, I thought if I finally get ready for bed after such a long and exhausting night.
The next day. Okay, I'm gonna go dehydrate and we'll continue with the story after I get back from doing that. BRB. Whee! says Irina. And I'm back. I dehydrated. And I threw the juice box I've accidentally slipped in your ears. It's empty. It's out in the garbage. Now let's continue with a game. Sorry, I'm flipping over there. I should change this up at some point. I should change up this bar at some point in my life. I should just revamp my whole overlay a bit, because this is... it's a bit boring. Simple, a bit boring. I should maybe just move things over. Cover less of the screen and things. Anyways, that's for me to figure out later. Not for y'all to hear me ramble about. Lol. Being silly and shit. Whoa, Adriana's a sprite! Whoa! Irina! I'm gonna start yawning too if you keep doing that. Sorry. Another day? Another day goes on like this. Another day goes on like any other. And the details I had the other night feel like a distant dream because of it. The afternoon practice was just wrapped up. I'm walking out of the theater with Adriana and Jacob in tow. Jacob! Maybe Irina's just bored of how everything is the same as always. I feel like we're involved. It feels like we're always either here, at the hotel, or at some restaurant. We should go to a bar. For being our time off, we sure are just doing what we used to do. Adriana gives an embarrassed huff when I let her take a go. I think it's been quite nice though. And there's definitely more we haven't seen in the city yet. That's true. I hear there's this really good bar near the business center. I think it's called the Gallant Rogue? Or something like that. Everyone I've asked for recommended it a ton. Oh, I'd be down to check it out. Where is it exactly? We can go check it out right now if you want. Excuse me? A voice suddenly interrupts our conversation, and all three of us turn to see where it came from. We end up spotting a postal worker carrying a large bouquet of red flowers coming towards us. Good day. Do you three work here? If you do, we're part of the ballet company. Excellent! That's great news already. They grab the handheld device sitting on their waist, pushing some buttons on the screen with their free hand. I got a flower telegram to deliver some in your company. Would you happen to know if how do I say this? Irina Lebedev? The three of us say nothing. Be staring at them. Then between Adriana, and Jacob point to me. Yeah, she's right here. The postal worker blinks back in silence for a brief moment before they respond. Oh! What luck! Well then, here you are, miss. Desiree. Desiree, sending goddamn flowers to your crush. How cute. How cute. How cute. How adorable. I love it. Hastily yet carefully, they place the bouquet in my arms. Meanwhile, I'm still staring at it, and them, incredibly confused. Are you certain this is for me? That I am! Take a look for yourself! They show me the handheld device, and point to the screen I see, in bright as day, to Irina Lebedev of the Pavlov Ballet Company. Putting it back on their hip, they adjust their cup and give me the others a nod. Have a good day, you three! Cheers!
I watched them walk out. Walk out the whole way. Clearly satisfied. Our delivery was so easy. They still say nothing, continuing to be confused by the gift that was suddenly thrust upon me. That's not fair. Why do you suddenly get flowers? And really pretty ones to boot. I've never seen these before. Oh, that's adorable. That's so cute. I love that. He's absolutely right. The bright red flowers are stunning to look at, and sweet and subtle scent they give off brings the bouquet together. We're gonna go to Ramona's Flowers. We're gonna go to Ramona's Flowers. Ramona's Flowers. Yep, we're gonna go there right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pack up. We're going to Ramona's Flowers. We're gonna visit Ramona Flowers. Right now, we're go. Let's go. Let's go. Get up. Come on. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. Right up. Let's go. Okay, we're going right now. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. The card sits at the arrangement with the side facing me, showing the name of the shop these flowers presumably came from. Ramona's Flowers. I carefully pluck it up and flip it around to see if there's anything written on the other side. No. Jacob and Adriana lean in to get a better look. Let's see here. In the back, it's just a couple of short sentences without any name, initials, or signature to go along with it. The card itself reads as follows. Mimi's flowers ring a cheers to both of them, and the lovely dancer therefore. May they give you a sign that you're perfect as you are. This language. In the bottom corner, I notice a drawing of a flower, and I instantly realize who this surprise gift is from. I can feel my face turning red. Redder, it seems, and Jan and Jacob noticed. Oh, Irina's got an admirer. The lovely dancer, therefore. How poetic. Irina, your face is almost as red as those flowers. Aww, look how embarrassed you are. Oh, do you know who they are? Tell me. Think that while we were busy practicing, you went off and found new love here in the city instead. Adriana. Juven let out a healthy laugh, and I can't help but join in with an embarrassed one of my own. And with the bouquet gently in my arms, looking at the flowers fondly. They really are so beautiful. I wonder. An idea quickly comes to mind as I pull out my phone and hand it to Adriana. Could you take a picture of me with it? Sure thing. Hold on a sec. Adriana steps back a bit, trying to on the right distance and angle as she holds up my phone. Say cheese! Takes the picture and hops back and look at it before returning my phone. Thank you. Please mind if we move that bar visit to some other time? I want to go somewhere else today. No problem. Where are you going? I hold the card up, flipping it over to the name on the other side for Jacob to see. I want to go to the shop these are from. They mentioned a meaning of some kind. So perhaps someone there could tell me. Tell me. Good thinking. Better than just trying to figure out what kind of flowers these are on your own. I'll see you later then. See you, Irina. Giving them a quick wave, I make my way over to the theater. My sights set on these Ramona's Flowers that this gift came from, which is just conveniently down the road, kind of. Easy to get there. It's just there. Your goodies? There you are. The tortoise. Much obliged, miss. Much obliged, miss. Yes, I'm a cab driver. Something's wrong, don't worry about it. After returning to the hotel for a brief moment to put the bouquet into a vase, I finally make it to my destination, the streets known as Sideway Avenue. The cartographer mentioned this was where that flower shop was located. And indeed, I can see it from the front in front of me, as clear as day. Then see what kind of meaning they mean, and maybe see if I can think them right. But first, we look at the cat. Walking closer to the building, I notice a little orange cat tucked away in the alleyway right beside it. Hello there! I squint down to hold my hand out, hoping to get it to come closer to me. The kitty approaches me cautiously, sniffing my fingers before finally head-butting them. And once I start petting, it practically pushes itself into my palm, purring loudly. Purring louder than I ever heard a cat purr before. I glance at the name tag on its collar, which reads, Marigold! Marigold! My Marigold! What are marigolds? My peonies! No. Peonies? They're marigold. I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see. Oh, sorry. They're marigold! Well, aren't you just cutie marigolds? As I get back up, little marigold sits right down in front of me, looking straight up and letting out a loud meow for attention. I'd love to pet you longer, but I have to go take care of an iron. I'm going to give you another sketch on the way out, alright? They seem to understand what I mean, as they let out a big yawn and walk back over to where they were sitting before. They're marigolds! They're not peonies, they're marigold! My marigold! What are they? Alright. Looking down the street further south, I can see the business center of this off in distance. Wasn't that bar that Adriana mentioned somewhere around here? The Gallant Rogue, or something along the lines. I didn't think it'd be so close. Maybe I can bring the two of them here later when we're in the area for dinner. Lying right before me is my destination. The flower shop named as Ramona's Flowers. It's a modest looking shop, but a cozy one as well. What with the flowers and warm colored bricks and the simple sign that ties it all together. Apparently the flowers decorations are Apparently the flower decorations on opening night were ordered from this shop. At least that's what Uncle said. He mentioned that local praise this shop as the best to turn to. I can't believe that based on how lovely that bouquet was. Hopefully, whoever is working here today will help me answer my question about said bouquet. And who knows, maybe I'll also get something nice for myself as well. Marigold's done. More flowers done. Can't look at the TARDIS. It's a shame. Am I ready to go inside? Yes. Walking up to the door, I pull out the address to double check that this is the right shop. Ramona's Flowers on Sideway Avenue. Everything checks out. Take it back to my purse, open the door, chime with the bell, and then the soft scent of flowers immediately greets me. Hi there, Ramona. Upon entering, the smell from earlier envelops me even further. Now, with all the other flowers joining in. The cozy interior matches the exterior. Everything organized, displayed, so elegantly yet effectively. Efficiently, even. Efficiently. While looking around, an older woman, at about my height, greets me with the cash register. Hello there, miss. My name's Ramona. Welcome to my shop. I'll be happy to help you in just a moment, so feel free to look around more if you'd like. That I will. Thank you. Giving a big bright smile, she returns to look at her phone, going through it while punching numbers into the calculator on the counter. Cute. Alright, let's look at the display.
Look at the display. Sitting right in the middle of the shop is a large display of numerous flowers and plants. Some I can recognize, like tulips and chrysanthemums, but others I haven't seen before. In the handsome arrangement, I spot a few spots of really pretty lilies. Magda loves lilies. Anytime she sees one, she says she has to either buy them or take a picture of them at least. Excuse me? You mind if I take a picture of these? Go right ahead. Knock yourself out. I kneel down, don't strain my back, and pull out my phone, setting my hands to get a slight angle. After taking a couple of pictures, to make absolutely sure they came out right, I stand back up and pull up Magda in my contacts. So these are a shop core Mona's and figured you'd like to add them to your collection. Done. It didn't seem long before I get a reply. I could immediately tell she loves them. That was just so pretty. Can you text me the address, please? I want to buy them so bad. I can't help but giggle at how giddy she sounds, pulling up the address again and typing it out as she asked. Putting my phone back in my purse, I gaze at the display again. These flowers look amazing. The shop truly does take incredible care of everything. That display's done. Anything else to look at? Window. Ah! The window looks into nothing. The window too? A wall. I'll go over to the window, look at the flowers lined up alongside it. It's a quaint collection of small potted plants, all with little signs showing what they're called and where they're from. Outside the window itself isn't the best view, as it just faces the other building next door. But on the alley I can see the little cat I saw earlier. It's staring at me, can't help but give it the warm smile and a tiny wave. Is the cat in the alleyway yours? Mr. Ramona takes her eyes off her phone for a brief moment, and upon hearing my question, and gives me a firm nod. That's right. Little Marigold has lived in the shop since the day I found her, wandering around. In the evenings, I'll let her in so she can sleep in the office in the back. She's small enough to know when it's ready to sit out there, and smart enough to know when it's better to sit out there or in here, so I never have to worry. Oh, how cute. I can tell you take good care of her. Why, thank you. Goes back to scrolling through her phone, and I take one last look at Marigold before returning to my browsing. Back door. Ramona. Display. Window. Nothing else? Nothing else, okay. Are you looking around? Yes. After looking around the store for my heart's content, I finally walk up to Miss Ramona, who's still scrolling on her phone near the cash. Upon seeing me get closer, she tucks it carefully into the pockets of her apron and turns her attention to me. How can I help you today? I had received a bouquet at Telegram today and wanted to ask some questions about it. Oh! Is there something wrong with it? I'd be more than happy to replace it for you if it's not to your liking. No, it's not that at all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful display, and I'm happy to have gotten it. I just wanted to ask about what the flowers meant, since the sender alluded to the meaning. Oh, is that all? Of course I can help you with that. Could you show me the bouquet? Justin, thank you for the hydroepiphany. Why is it over there? Oh, style. Yeah, back in okay, it's just landed over there for some reason. Okay. Give me hydroepiphany. No, I struggle to tap through windows. Nothing. I got my phone from my purse and opened the gallery to pull out the photo Adriana took earlier. Sips of water. Water. Hydrate me and gotta hydrate the plants as well. Hydrate plants are important. Hydrate them plants. Water them plants. It's a real important thing to do. Hydrate them plants. Big import. However, after showing her the photo, Miss Homona's expression quickly changes into a look of surprise. And then a smug smile for some reason. Oh. So you're the one who got the Amaryllis bouquet. I know. I'm gonna double try to pronounce that word. Amaryllis. Pronunciation. Mean pronunciation. So you're the one who got the Amaryllis bouquet. Oh. At least. What the fuck was that voice? What the fuck is this voice? What the fuck? Oh. These are called amaryllis? They're very beautiful. They're very beautiful? But what do you mean by that? Because those flowers are quite special, you could say. The person who picked them out is very particular about these sorts of things, so I wondered who would be getting these of all flowers. I stared at the photo once and all, again and all. I wasn't aware these flowers were so special. My apologies, but I'm not very well versed in flower language. Not to worry, dear. Not many people are. Especially not flowers as uncommon around this time as these, even. You said you wanted to learn about their meaning, correct? Yes, I do. If it's not too much trouble. It's no trouble at all. Amaryllis have a common meaning. Beauty or beautiful. Most people who pick these out for the meaning often do so only looking at their surface value. But I can guarantee you that the person who picked these out went for their more uncommon meaning. And what would that be? What would that be? Miss Ramona looks at me straight on, going on, giving me the warmest smile I've ever seen. Worth more than their beauty. A lovely meaning. No? I said I got turned on. That meaning worth more than the beauty? It certainly makes the message of that card mean so much more than as a result. Me and these flowers bring cheer to both them and the lovely dancer, therefore. I think about that night on the balcony with them and the way they described me then. Such a corny, flirty message, and yet I can't help but love it. It really is. If it's not too much trouble, I have another question. Of course, dear. I'm always happy to help. Would it be alright if I could send a bouquet in return as thanks? Or at least a flower or two? I'd feel a little upset. I feel a little upset if I didn't properly thank them for this. Miss Ramona blinks at me for a brief moment before she goes back to giving me the big smile from before. Of course! That's perfectly alright. I seem you like to put a fair amount of thought into the meaning of your bouquet as well. That I do. Although I only know the most basic flower language. Not to worry, dear. We can help. Me? That's right. My main employee has been in the back working the bouquets this whole time. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to help you pick some flowers out. She turns to face the back door.
holding out her hand next to her mouth, and yells,
Dave, help light arrange her bouquet for me, would you?
I turn, look at the door as she's yelling, and spot someone's head peeking out from behind. I quickly duck back in before I can see what they look like, without responding to Miss Cremona calling them. Are you certain this is alright?
Oh, don't worry about it, dear. She's just more used to working alone back there. Miss Ramona, you fucking know what you're doing. Ramona knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Fucking matchmaker, fucking scheming ass motherfucking Miss Ramona. God damn, I love her. Wanna give her a big hug.
She walks up beside me and lightly pats me on the back, pushing me forward.
Go on then. When you picked out your bouquet, I can help bring you up back out here.
Alright, I suppose. I walk forward, looking back at the Miss Ramona, giving me another big smile as an okay. Giving the door a light knock, open it and walk inside.
Handy!
On the other side is a smaller room, also full of flowers that are ready to be turned into bouquets and arrangements. A large window sits in here with various ribbons and flower pots lined up against it. The television on the back is currently turned off, which makes the room even quieter than I noticed no one around.
When I noticed no one around.
Hello? No response? I'll try again. I'm wondering if someone really is back here. Hello, Miss Ramona said I could ask you to help me create my bouquet. I walk up to the large table in the middle. A small collection of stationery and gift wrapping items are strewn about. So I must have been just here, as a half-finished bouquet sits in the vase in the middle. As I continue to walk around, I feel my foot kick something. Ah, freaking! I jump at the sudden noise, turning to its source to realize that it came from underneath the table. Oh, there you are. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just, drop something. Yeah. All the way over there. I'll be right out. I can hear them shuffling out, turn to the other side, and finally seeing who they are as they crawl up onto their feet, brushing any dust off their apron. Apparently, appearing before me is a young woman, a little above my shoulders in height, with dark curly hair, tied into a ponytail. Yes, nice to meet you. And I'm sorry I disturbed you while you were working. No, you're fine. Not many people come back here, so drop something in surprise. I stare at her in a moment, something in the back of my mind coming forward upon seeing her up close. My apologies, but do I know you?
Huh?
I don't think so. You're probably mistaking me for someone else. I'm certain that... I'll say a little longer before I find it answer me.
Oh, I remember now. You're that girl I bumped into on opening night.
And you got lost looking for the bathroom.
So it's a very quick sigh. And she catches the back of her neck stupidly.
Oh, right. How could I forget? It's nice to meet you again. Properly this time. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you again too. My name is Arina Lebedev, and you? Desiree. Desiree Lachance. A pleasure. Takes the half-finished bouquet out of the table. Takes the half-finished bouquet on the table and puts it away, nearby chatting with me at the same time. So I understand you want to thank the person who gave you that
bouquet. That's correct. They're regular at our shop. I help them personally, so once the bouquet is sorted out, we can get it delivered to them, no problem. That's wonderful. Since you know them personally, it'll be a problem if I accompanied you to deliver them in person. Would it be a problem if I did them in person? I'm sure they wouldn't mind. She averts her gaze from me slightly, while clearing her throat. That, I mean, they aren't too keen on random drop-ins, even from people I know. Besides, they prefer their confidentiality and whatnot. I hope you understand. Oh, of course. She grabs a medium-sized ring binder that was next to the television, puts it on the table, and she slides on the stool next to the one she was already there. Now come, take a seat. We're going to start by looking at the catalogue and picking out any flowers that catch your eye. Unfortunately, the amaryllis that they picked out were a very special order, so they aren't here, but you can definitely find something in the current season. Alright then. I take a seat next to her, and she opens it to the first page, starting to go over the different flowers and plants as we flip through. Talks about just about everything. The meanings, what flower combinations work with together, which ones are most often used for certain kinds of bouquets. All the while, I quietly listen, and only speaking when they ask for my opinion, or for whether I think a flower was suitable for my gift. The whole process is slow and thoughtful, but also very calming for some reason. I look over to her from time to time, noticing that no matter what plant it is, or how many they've talked about already, she continues to have this almost the same vigor and enthusiasm. I'm not sure why, but something about this is so familiar. That looks like a good amount. Before we realize, we've skimmed through the entire book. Desiree writing down every plant that piqued my interest into a notebook nearby. Will we be able to make a suitable bouquet with what we picked out? What I picked out? Of course. I've already got a combination in mind, and can start working on it as soon as I can. What do you think about this? She gives me a small handful of flowers from the list. Oh, that will look lovely. That will look lovely? I think it's perfect. Great. I'll take a little bit, though, so I hope you don't mind waiting in the front until it's ready. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. No problem. I'll try and get this done quickly so you don't have to wait around too long. Mr. Ramona at the front desk can run you through our delivery process and payment as if you like. That sounds right to me. We'll get up from our seats, with Desiree putting the binder away and grabbing her tools to start working again. Before I start heading up to the next exit, however, Leslie calls out to me. Oh, right. We're currently backed up from the ballet, so it might take longer than I thought. Oh, okay. That's no problem. I don't mind wait. Before I can finish my sentence, however, my foot snaps on the stool. Whoop. And the tool I sat on, causing me to lose my balance. Time to get dipped. Ah, watch out! I close my eyes tightly, anticipating the pain of falling onto the floor, squaring on my back. I'm sorry, they quickly just, Did I not? I didn't! Aw, I really didn't do it. I really didn't take a picture of this. Wait a second. Whee! Nope. That's for slapping her face. Whee! Wait. Where is it? This is important. This is so important. This is so important. Oh, there we go. Ha ha ha. Look at them. Look at these gays. Instead, I open them to see Desiree. You caught me mid-fall and is just staring at me with a nervous and concerned look on her face. With how they caught me and the way I wrapped my arms around them, this scenario feels oddly familiar. Oh, you're right? You're not hurt or anything, are you? I wink, so trying to get my bearing straight, but managed to muster out something as a response. Yeah, I'm fine. The words that come out of my mouth solidify this old deja vu I'm feeling as she pulls me back up to my feet. I'm so sorry. Okay, I could go be right back and call to do something real quick. I'll be back in a few minutes. BRB. I'm back. Time to watch these people be gay. Time to watch this useless, bumbling lesbian, Desiree, be gay. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to distract you and cause it trip end. She goes on with her She goes on with her stammering. I start to zone out. Thing coming forward from the back of my mind as I watch her. Oh, the whole time I've been here, something has felt oddly familiar. Think how calm I felt when I was listening to her speaking, and now this deja vu with how she caught me. It's almost like I'm with that thief right now. Chalking it up to me having in my mind this whole time, but this was all that ultimately a coincidence at this point. In the way the deja vu has been acting, between being under the table earlier, how she reacted to my question of that thief's address. It almost seems like she's trying to hide something. Miss Little Bev? This is all more than just a coincidence at this point. And the more I stare at Desiree, the more it starts to come together. It's you. What's me? You'll forget me not. You'll forget me not? Her face grows paler after hearing that, and she starts to step back from me. What? No, you're mistaken. You must have hurt your head during the fall. Here, I can get the first aid kit and... No, I most certainly didn't. This is all too much to be a coincidence, especially with how you're reacting. Anyone would be surprised to suddenly be accused of being the forget-me-not. By the way, you caught me. It's just like on the rooftop before. This time you didn't accidentally take my thing again. Yeah, but hey! Yeah, hey! Don't try to trick me like that. This has me moments for a bit before letting out a deep sigh and pinching the bridge of her nose. There's no convincing you. Otherwise, is there? No. Oi. Alright. You in. She sits back down on the stool, wishing me to follow suit. I do just that, as I close the door, and turning to look right at her. She's hunched over on the table, resting her head in her hands, and she sighs again. Of all the people to realize who I was, I didn't think it would be you. Even the detective hasn't figured me out in over 3 years. You've just done a good job of hiding yourself, I suppose. How good of me to have you! Although, I guess I can thank you for that bouquet personally now. So, thank you. You're welcome. I wasn't expecting you to try and send a bouquet back. That wasn't part of the plan. It seems like nothing about our interactions ever go according to plans, huh? Yeah, that's one thing that's one way of putting it. Flits out in a embarrassing chuckle, finally looking at me, her cheeks tainted in faint red, as she gives me a smirk. It must be weird seeing me without my costume on, huh? That's a bit. You actually look quite different without it. I didn't recognize you. That's on purpose, you know? People get so fixated on the suit that seeing me in my civilian wear feels too underwhelming, so they doubt themselves. Like me. I'm surprised how quickly you figured it out. I sent the bouquet. I'm surprised how quickly you figured
out I said the bouquet. I didn't even leave my name signature. It was a language. It was a language you chose that tipped me off. Just like what you said at the middle of the heist. What was it again? The duo suits a beautiful swan. Suit yourself perfectly. Please. I'm begging you. Forget I said that. I couldn't sleep from how embarrassed I was. We both share a laugh, which helps ease the awkward tension between us. I then let out a soft sigh as I look at her. If I'm honest, I prefer seeing you like this. Why's that? Well, all the other times we've spoken, you've been in disguise as the thief. But right now, I'm not looking at the forget-me-nots. I'm looking at you, Desiree. Desiree's face turns a bright red at my remark, and she diverts her gaze from me. Gaze. Meanwhile, I giggle at how flustered she is. And this is another good reason why I like seeing you like this more. It's easier to see you. That's not fair! Now you're just teasing me. That's such an embarrassed laugh before looking back at me, her face still a bright red. But I will admit, it's nice to be myself around you. Talking to you and just seeing each other at night was really made this part of the past few days great. She slides her hand closer to mine, and it continues. We've only known each other for a short time now, but I hope that I can even partially become someone you're just as comfortable around. She gently holds my hand, averting her gaze again, as her face turns an even brighter tint of red. I smile back at her. It blushed like lighting my cheeks too, but... Oh! I quickly pull up my hand back, cradling it as I try to subdue the sudden panic attack. My heart starts to shake a bit, and I hold it tightly, trying to hide this. Exactly, I didn't came over me. I look back at Desiree as I try to calm myself and see that bright look she had on her face change to a sad, worried gaze. Are you okay? I didn't hurt you or anything, did I? No. You didn't do anything wrong, I promise. Oh, there it goes again. A sudden wave of nausea hits me, as the usual after effects starts to rear their ugly heads. Oh no! Oh no, what's wrong? Irina. Damn it. I thought to stand up, albeit a little wobbly, and try to compose myself. I guess the other night is catching up to me. I should probably head back to the hotel. Are you sure you're okay to walk? You're looking really pale. I could help you. I could help escort you out if you... No, it's just need to take a nap back to my room. Thank you for your concern. As I stabilize myself enough to walk, I start to turn towards the door. I'd still like to get to that bouquet, even just a few flowers for you as thanks. Next time, maybe we could pick up flowers you like. How does that sound? Yeah, sure. Is I sitting with you here and finding me meeting you, Desiree? Take care. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll see you later. I try best to ignore the hurt in her voice, still rightfully concerned over what happened, as I walk out to the back room. Oh no, Irina, are you okay? I gave Mr. Ramon a wave goodbye, walk out and call a cab to head back to the hotel as soon as I can, all while fighting off the onset attack that sleep crept up on me. Why did you have to happen again? Now of all times. Everything was going so well. Oh no! Are you okay? Irina! What's wrong? Stop partying tonight! Girl? Girl, what the fuck? Girl? 1, 2, 1, No good. I still can't seem to focus. The rest of today felt like a hazy mess. I took a long nap after the episode earlier, almost missing evening practice as a result. And the whole time, I've been trying to take my mind off of what happened, to get back to at least a bit of normalcy. But I could still feel terrible. Not just about the side effects, but also because of Desiree. I hope she doesn't think poorly of me because of that. How do I even explain it to her though? Would she even understand? These kinds of thoughts have been swirling in my mind all day, not giving me any chance to breathe. Even now, I continue to practice by myself. My movements feel stiffer and more sluggish as a result. I sigh deeply, taking a drink from my water bottle as I stare off into the distance. Maybe I should go out here. No. I can't afford that. Not while I'm still so far behind. My train of thoughts is interrupted by a light outside the door. The security guard making their rounds, checking the rooms. Ducking into the blind spot again. I hold my breath as I wait for them to pass by as usual. But they don't. What? Instead of lazily checking inside the room like I expect them to, they instead walk right in and head straight for the blind spot. They turn their flashlight in my direction. Calling me to stand up and brace myself. Just what do you think you're doing here, miss? Not sure how late it is. I stammer as expected, not expecting to be found so easily, and to try to respond. I'm too sorry, I didn't mean to. But in the middle of my mumbling, I hear the guard laugh under their breath. Hey, relax. It's just me. I feel my mouth hang open upon realizing who it was. You! It's the professor from the other night. That's correct. It's a pleasure to see you again. Whoop! They quickly take the uniform off, revealing the attire they wore the other night, hidden underneath. There we go. Much better. How in the world did you do that so fast? Great secret. I can help but laugh, feeling the tension fade as they put the flashlight away. With the two of us in the room, and with this not feeling as awkward this time, I continue. If I may ask, who are you? But in disguise, how you've noted down the security routes, and how skilled you are at sneaking around. You clear anything but a normal trespasser. I suppose instructions are in order. You can call me Crow. I'm an information broker of sorts. My apologies for not introducing myself before. Or two when you're trying to sneak out, you know? And Link, they're trying to process their introduction. Crow, like the bird. What do you focus on? Just to be clear, it's an alias, my actual name. I mean, I assumed as much. Good. Okay. You'd be surprised how many people I had to explain that to. That's at a small, embarrassed giggle. Well, it's nice to meet you, regardless. What does an information broker need to sneak into a theater in the edge of night for? They pause for a brief moment, yet again. I suppose it's fair to answer that. I was hired to look into your company, specifically the lead dancer, Damien Petrov. Damien? Is this part about those rumors that have been flying around? I knew you'd get it. That's right. My latest client wanted me to check the validity of those rumors. I suppose they have gotten quite out of hand. You take my word that Damien is a good man. I've known him for a long time now. Yeah, I confirm that the rumors are just a bunch of bull. My job is done. This is look at me with a serious expression, shifting the mood. But I came here to apologize to you. Apologize? Whatever for? You're Arena Lebedev, right? I nod. I had to do some digging to confirm these rumors, anything related to them, and I
ended up stumbling upon your past dealings. Even without saying it outright, I immediately know what they're referring to. They avert their gaze from me, sheepishly scratching the back of their neck. And it wasn't on purpose, and I feel bad about reading your personal info like that, which is why I'm apologizing. But I also want to make it up to you. Their words pull me out from the melancholic mood, as I now stare at them. Make it up to me? That's right. I may not look like it, but I have actually helped a lot of people in your situation before. Just say the word and I can help you deal with them. If they're still trying to bother you in some way. I stare at them a while longer before letting out a sigh. That's very sweet of you, but you don't need to worry. He passed away, so I haven't had to worry about him following me around or whatnot. Oh, a stalker. I see. Stalker ex-boyfriend, maybe? I sit down on the bench nearby as I stare at my hands. Even though there was nothing legally binding us, I still lived with him for 2 years. Rather, I had to deal with all that for 2 years. Oh, is that where the panic attack happened? Oh no. Oh, does she have relationship PTSD? Oh no. Marina. Poor baby. Crow takes a seat next to me, leaning their back against the wall, with their arms crossed. 2 years is a long time in that kind of situation. The effect it probably had on you must have been rough, to put it bluntly. Quite the understatement. However, recovering and moving on has been a bit easier to manage because of everyone around me. My parents and my uncle, of course, supporting me the most out of everyone. Even when I opened up to my friends here, they were nothing but supportive. Even the company had helped me in accommodating me, going so far as to approve my admittedly selfish request to have my own suite so I don't bother the others. I clench my pants tighter, leaning my back against the wall. But it's still so hard. I lost 2 years of my life to them. 2 years I've been trying so hard to make up for. Carl leans forward, resting their chin on their hands. Hence the extra practicing. I give them a solemn nod. I used to be part of a different ballet company, but he made me quit. They're a much stricter company than Pavlova. Very old-fashioned and traditional. When I tried to rejoin, after explaining everything, they rejected me. I even re-auditioned numerous times. I got my start there, and they just tossed me aside. It's only because of my uncle that I was able to find the courage to audition here after that. So she was right. I pulled out my melancholic monologue by their sudden comments. She? Oh, sorry, that slipped out. I'll be honest. I was asked to check up on you. Check up on you if I saw you tonight by Desiree. Desiree? You mean Desiree Lachance? One and only. I stare at them in silence. I know that sounds really hard to believe, but like a big coincidence. I'm gonna be honest. I continued to stare at them before letting out a soft giggle. What's so funny? Oddly enough, I believe you. Any normal person wouldn't be monologuing their life story to anyone they just met. What? You go that same kind of calmness that she does somehow. It puts me at ease. They stood back at me, a look of confusion on their face instead. It doesn't last long, however. I feel that touchable. She really does have that effect on people, doesn't she? We both laugh together, which helps the gloomy mood slowly fade away. Don't laugh too loud, guys! You're kind of still breaking in! Earlier today, we had such a nice time together, just chatting and being in each other's company. But, I ruined it with such an episode. I feel so terrible about it. Her lightly places a hand on my shoulder, giving me a soft smile. If I know that kid, and I definitely do, then I can guarantee you that she's more worried about you than about you ruining anything. The other night, she came up to me and asked if I saw you, and when I did, you know what she said? And I did, you know what she said? Is she overworking herself? So she is overworking herself. She knew. But how? I think it's smarter than she looks. Let's just say that. But even considering that, she's not a mind reader. She may have pieced together what you were up to, but in the end, she just wanted to hear it straight from you. That's part of why she asked me to check up on you, after all. I think back to the last moments in the flower shop with her, and what she was telling me. To ever partially become someone you feel comfortable around. So, that's what she meant. I'm worried that I may have scared her off, though. It was a pretty bad episode. I had to explain to her why that happened and caused it. You don't have to. I paused and turned to them. Pardon? I said, you don't have to. At least not fully. I assume the episode earlier was triggered by something, correct? I give him a nod and he continues. Well then, you can first let her know about that trigger, so you two can either avoid it or work around it. And then from there, she could take her time to learn the rest. You put everything to me because I got all the context from your files, but she's pretty foreign to all that, even with her intelligence. For now, it's fine to cut some things out until that later, when you feel more comfortable. I stare at Crow, surprised at everything they just said. When I try to say anything in response, I realize how hyped they are. I never considered that. I've always just said everything at once, so everyone could understand in the past. What do I do until then, though? It feels weird to not tell her everything if I mean to make up with her. Crow gets up from the bench and turns around to look at me. Well, first, you go back to the hotel and get some sleep. But no buts! You're not gonna be thinking clearly about anything if you practice yourself into exhaustion right now. I sheepishly smile at them as I get up from my bench as well. This ended up being a convoluted way of telling me to stop practicing, wasn't it? Your words, not mine. Just keep what I told you in the back of your head the next time you see Desiree. She'll understand. I guarantee it. After a little stretch, Crow makes his way to the doors. However, I call out to him before he takes a step outside. Crow? Thank you. Really. It was nice being able to talk to someone about this again. You're very welcome. Good night, Miss Lebedev. Hope to not see you in this theater at night again if I have to come back here for anything. Please, don't come back here at night. I swear to all things unholy. With such a wave, they take their leave. And I turn to pack my things up as well, ready to head back into the hotel as instructed. Once at the door, I turn back to look at the empty
silent practice room. I think Twinbells has been my favorite spot so far, if not just for all this. God, I'm falling out of there! God, I'm falling out of there! God! Finally! I'm out! Fuck! Yells. I'm assuming that's Crow yelling that out loud. But anyways, quick game's gonna be bringing me back to menu, yes. Anyways, that is a good spot to end it. That we just finished chapter 2. A lovely story. I'm really loving it. Again, once again, big thank you to solarProtag, which is somewhere in this giant list. Probably I can't see shit. It's not here actually. Lol. Let's talk about Renpile instances. The inspiration. Nope, not okay. That's fine. Once again, big thank you to solarProtag for one making this lovely game. We'll be doing more of this next week. Ow. Hi. You've been here the whole time, haven't you? Hi. Lurk bonk. I see. I see. Hello. Moving over to the talking screen. But yeah, thank you. Thank you again for the one. This is a lovely game. I'm playing most next week for sure. Also, sorry for the jump scare. Sorry for the casual jump scare that I'm live from your game. All unintended. Can I move there? Sorry for the jump scare. If you're still here, sorry for the jump scare that I surprised playing your game. From the game you gave me. From the game you gave me the Steam code for. Very much, very like a month and a half ago. Like a month ago. It was very fun. I'm enjoying it so far. It's cute. I'm loving this. I'm loving Desiree and Irina. I totally didn't forget her name just now. What do you mean? I don't remember. I didn't forget her name. I'm enjoying it. It's a lovely game. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to play more next week. But I'm happy. I'm happy that Desiree and Irina finally met properly. I'm a bit worried about Irina, but I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be okay. I'm assuming the next part is. I can't really call him Chase. His name's not Chase. I was the next part is Crow, who's finally out of that hellhole of a theater. For now, unless finally done with theater. Unless who knows? Not me. Not yet. But I'm excited to see what that has in store. I don't know that. I don't think Crow's gonna be very sapphic. Chase, crowded, fucking. Chase, crowded, for kids of my name. I don't know why I keep saying Chase. The only Chase I know is from a fucking the only Chase I can think of is from a webtoon. And he's a detective. He's blonde, wears glasses. Nothing like Crow. Nothing like Crow at all. I'm not sure why I'm thinking about that shit. When I think about him, that's not his name. He's not Chase from that webtoon I read. I guess if he does black hair now, it must not be Chase. I guess it's black hair. Maybe that's why he just has black hair now in the current updates of the webtoon. That would be why. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm really enjoying it. I don't think the story's gonna be very sapphic. If it was, I'd be surprised how sapphic the story's gonna be. But it's I'll read for 7% anyways. I'll read for 7% next week anyways because why not? But again, I'm really enjoying the game. Again, big thank you for the code like a whole month ago, over a month ago, for the Steam. Not Steam. Visual novel. Fall in love. Visual novel fest. I can. Words good. Definitely. Sorry, it took a long to play it. Spooky season.
so many good games. I have so many games to play. But yeah. That's it for me today. I am really enjoying the game. I've said like 5 times by now. I need to go. Yeah, but I gotta go. I gotta do this. I have things to do. But thank you all for hanging out. We're gonna go say hi to Leary. You know of Leary. You've seen Leary before. You know of Leary. Everyone, most people know Leary probably. Unless I can't. Well, let me raid Leary. Well, let me raid Leary. Well, let me raid Leary. Would let me read Leary? It will! Yay! I have enough viewers to raid Leary. But yeah, that's it for today. I am excited to see what the fuck is gonna happen with the next chapter of Forget Me Not. It has been a pleasure and a joy. I will probably get better at accents by then. Probably not. I can't figure out how to do a Russian accent for the love of me. I just keep doing French. Whoopsies. Those aren't similar at all. But I'm gonna go have a shower, have dinner. Hope everyone has a lovely day or whatever. Thank you all for hanging out. Next stream, Williams. Like, look, it's difficult, okay? It's difficult. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Next stream will be Thursday, 19 EST, for something. Not sure what yet. Maybe Pokemon. Who knows? Not me. I'm gonna go now. But thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy your time watching Leary playing with Blueprints. Until next time, bye bye! I'm gonna fucking die! I watch me do shit accents. Wow.